here at Steinway, so if you play here, you'll be able to play on it for a long time. And all the players seem like they really enjoyed playing on this week, and you've seen some excellent high runs. Also have to recognize Community Brand, official tips, and chalk of the event. ODQs, the official Q of our event as well, the number one technology Q in the world today. I have to recognize Poor Player Magazine for all your free promotions and advertising the magazines for several months leading up to this event. Thank you for your support. Sherry Stouch, Carl Simonson. Also like to recognize other sponsors, NAPL League, run by Tony Del Lopez, Amsterdam Billiard Club of Manhattan. They support this event to sponsor every year. Thank you for Amsterdam fans here. Thank you to Greg Hunt. Sorry to miss you tonight. Greg's an excellent guy. He's actually puts money in this event at a opposing pool room. So that's kind of a rare thing. That's how much he wants to support the World Tournament. And I should also recognize worldwillpool.com. And now we'll get some more personal acknowledgments. Of course, we have to recognize where we're at right now. We're in New York City, we're in Queens, Astoria.
See if you can get right to the end of the table.
Okay.
I'll get you on the camera.
All right, I didn't put my makeup on, but maybe look good, Al. Is good? Okay. So like I was saying, we are in Astoria, New York City, and I recognize the owners here at Steinway Billiards. Excuse me if I messed your last name up, but it's George Nikolakakis and Ann Nikolakakis, and also, of course, the hard-working Manny Simonicus. Manny, I need to look again. Oh, it is Simonicus. Manny, we all know who you are, Manny. He cleaned himself up really nicely today. I didn't recognize him. Thank you. This family is probably one of the most hardest working pool room owners I've ever seen. So thanks again to Steinway Billiards. You guys have done a lot to promote pool, not just the World Straight Pool, but all the events we do during the year. Also like to recognize our personal staff and team for this event for Dragon Promotions. Thanks to John Kane, who's actually Jeanette Lee's son. Again, a week early, but he's been working really hard this week. Thanks to Megan Ford, who I'm sure every person in the room knows by now, but she probably sold your raffle ticket. Thanks to Megan Ford once again. She was right there working, selling raffle tickets. And also thanks to Charles Eames Photography. He was right here, Charles Eames, who's sponsoring and taking all the great pictures for the media throughout the whole week. And we're putting together something nice for next year's 10-year anniversary, or 75-year anniversary of the World Straight Pool. We also have a newcomer, Tom Tomasevich. Where you at, Tom? Tom, there you go, Tom. Probably taking a break. Why don't you get back to work with you, okay? He's been helping John as assistant director this week, and he's doing an excellent job. Also, again, for, I don't know how many years, maybe 9 years in a row now, Don Mohauser, our head referee. Don Mohauser, still here? Mohauser? I'm sorry. I got the first name right. I have a hard time pronouncing the last Caucasian names. All right. Also have to recognize our webmaster for doing our back-end stuff for our IT things for Dragon Promotion. Mr. Justin Lee in Chicago. Also, Young Cole, our accounts manager. Thanks for making sure that all our sponsors gave us. And let's also recognize Ron Mason, Rocket City Technologies. Ron, thanks a lot for everything you're doing behind the scenes. And also, I'd like to recognize NYCBrian.com, Jared Tarantula, Allison Fisher, for their extensive coverage and everything that we're doing in the event. They've been working around the clock, making sure this event gets great coverage. And all the media from around the world. This event, just so you guys know, you can Google it, but all the news releases, there's been about like 20-something news releases on this event, and it's being published and covered by media in China, in Japan, Korea, Philippines, Germany, England, everywhere, Canada, and of course all around the U.S., and of course AZ Billiards as well. So thanks for all the media for covering this event and giving the exposure that we think it deserves. And of course, I'd like to thank also, she's not here right now, so she's probably getting a little nap, but my business partner and CEO of Dragon Promotions is Cindy Lee. Give her a round of applause anyway for Cindy Lee. world, from Russia, Philippines, Germany, Scotland, England, and New Jersey, that's like a country in itself, of course. And all 48 players, the qualifiers to the divided players, you can't do the event without the players. Let's give the players a big round of applause, everybody. Thank you. Okay, and Upstate Al, we gotta thank you. Great job. He's busting his tail the whole week even before we got here. He only needs 2 hours of sleep and a glass of water a day. He's good. So he's available if you need a good guide to do your streaming. You're gonna go see Upstate Al. Thank you so much for all your hard work. And you're a much taller person, by the way. Okay, we're going to get started here in just a second. Thank you so much for your time on the thank you announcements. Okay. We're almost at showtime here. This year we're going to add something special. We got a small input from somebody in the event, and we heard that this young man here has a phenomenal voice, and we had a suggestion to do the national anthem right before the finals. So I asked if I could see a clipping of him performing before we commit to him performing here before the finals. And I saw a couple videos, and I was pretty impressed by it. But he's actually the son of one of the local legends here in New York City, Frankie Hernandez. Let's give it up for his son, 9 years old, Brandon Hernandez. Come on out. Take a shot.
Oh, say can you sing by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
There you have it, folks. Frankie Hernandez's son, little Frankie, singing the Star Spangled Banner. Did a great job.
When he becomes rich and famous, remember you saw him here for the World Skateboard Championships, okay?
All right, we're going to have Mr. Sean Wilkie get some. Gene the Man and Michael Fingers, Mike Badstubner, sitting in for this final match.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're pretty much in the final minute before we introduce the official productions for the finals of the 74th World Tournament. Just want to give you a brief history. Straight pool was actually invented by Jerome Keogh back in 1910. And from there, World Tournament was held in 1912. The first World Straight Pro champion was Cuban-American Alfredo Di Oro, who actually won the event, including the World Straight Pro Championship and the tournaments before that, before Straight Pro, scored 29 times as he considered to be the world champion. Between 1916 and 1918, New York's Frank Kuberski won it 14 times. And then the great Ralph Greenleaf was world champion 16 times between 1919 and 1937. In 1927, Thomas Houston won the event 3 times. Then from 1927 to 1941, during those years, we had Erwin Rudolph, who won a total of 5 times. In 1935 to 38, Jimmy Karras won the event 4 times. In 1940 to 1943, Andrew Ponzi was a 3-time world champion. And then came along the great Willie Mosconi. From 1941 to 1956, the Philadelphia native won the tournament 19 times, more than anybody else in history. In 1942 to 1972, Irving Crane of New York won the event 6 times. In 1963 to 1967, Luther Lassiter of North Carolina won the event 7 times. In 1969, we had a solo standout, Mr. Ed Kelly, was the World Straight Pro champion. In 1971 and 1978, a total of 3 times, New Jersey's Ray Martin was world champion. In 1973, Lou Butera won the event. In 1977, Larry Lascati won the event. In 1977, New Jersey's Alan Hopkins became the World Straight Pro champion. And then between the years 1979 to 1985, upstate New York's Mike Siegel won the event 3 times. 1980 to 1986, Nick Marner won the event twice. And 82 to 83, the late great New Jersey Steve Miserak won the event 2 times. And then there was a few years where no champions, no events were held. And then in 1990, it came back for a brief stint. That saw Michigan's first and only World Straight Pro champion, Bobby Hunter, in the USA. And then for about 16 years, there was no World Straight Pro championships. In 2006, we revived the event. And that year, we saw a new era of Straight Pro beginning. And that was the domination of the Europeans. In 2006, the first Straight Pro championship was held in 16 years, was won by Thorsten Hohmann of Germany. And in 2007, was followed up by another German, Mr. Oliver Ortmann. In 2008, the first Dutch champion, Niels Fayen of Netherlands. In 2009, from France, Stefan Cohen became the first French champion. And in 2010, we saw a repeat. The great Oliver Ortmann won the World Straight Pro for a 2nd time. And in 2011, follows suit again, another German, his protege, Thorsten Hohmann, won the event for a 2nd time. And then in 2012, finally, in the new millennium, we had our first American champion, Mr. John Schmidt, was the first American champion in 21 years to hold the World Straight Pro Cup. The last year we saw him, once again, Thorsten Hohmann, win the World Straight Pro for the 3rd time. And now we're in 2014, and going on to the World Straight Pro Cup. Will be a newer champion, a first-time winner, and also for the 3rd time in this millennium, we do have another American into the finals. So this is going to be a great match between 2 great players, the #1 player for the past 5 years in America versus the greatest player to ever come out of the United Kingdom, who's a world champion in his own right in other disciplines, and he's looking for his first win. So it's going to be a historic moment. You guys are witnessing firsthand here in person, and those of you watching online. To make the final player introduction, I'd like to introduce our official tournament director for the event. He does a great job, in my opinion. I think he's the best tournament director we have on the professional pool scene. Please welcome back, and thank you very much, to our 8th year in a row from New York City, Mr. John Lehman.
Thank you very much, Charlie. We have a nice round of applause for Cindy Lee and Charlie Williams and Dryden Promotions. empowerment. Our other sponsors are Pool and Billiards, Amsterdam Billiards, RearWheelPool.com, NYC Grind, Gotham City Technology, Charles Eames Photography, the National Amateur Pool League, George Beckman Sculptures, and Dragon Promotions. Our patron sponsors are Stuart McKenna, Tom Bleich, and Dr. Gregory Deal. We have a high run pot of $1,100 that was proudly sponsored by Mr. Paul Gass, Stuart McKenna, Ron Mason, Dr. Michael Friedak, Jeffrey Conway, and Focused Apparel. Our current high run leader is Evgeny Stalev, with 151 and out. And most importantly, we would like to thank our host room and sponsor, and everybody here at Steinway Cafe and Billiards in New York City for doing a tremendous job putting on this event. Manny and everybody on the staff couldn't have been a better and more professional and more helpful crew putting on this event. And right now, on our ACBTV table, and our final match of the evening, two great, stellar players of the sport. First up from the United States, he's sponsored by Q-Tech Hughes. He's a three-time U.S. Open champion from 2007, 2012, and 2013. He is the current reigning champion there. He is a World Open champion and a Moscone Cup champion. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Shane Van Moning. And his opponent from England and sponsored by Predator, Strachan Cloth, and Diamond Billiards. He's a World 10-ball champion. He also has back-to-back U.S. Open championships. Last year in the semifinals, he had the first 200 and out ever in this tournament. He is back this year for another run in the finals. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Darren Appleton. Good luck, gentlemen. And for this event, our racker and scorekeeper and timekeeper will be Mr. Tom Tomasevic, and our referee for the event is our head referee, Mr. Don Molkrauer.
Thanks, John. Thank you. You're welcome, Jerry.
And don't forget, if you're watching this on the AZBT.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are here, watching the moment that we've all been waiting for.
Final match.
Volunteered their time and efforts this weekend on the AZBT.
That works. We're getting a little applause.
Yes. John is thanking us.
Accolades. All
I'd
right.
just like to thank Upstate Al for the opportunity to
Yeah, absolutely.
sit together with these great people. And
Yeah, it's been fun, Gene, hasn't it?
absolutely, absolutely.
All right. Looks like SVB is going to break. And Darren's going to wait to get his opening shot. Once again, people, we're here. This is the moment we've been waiting for all week, has come down to these two players. This is the finals.
Okay, and public service announcement. We're looking at a smaller, even smaller monitor this time. So as another three blind mice, we're not going to be able to reliably identify the balls.
We're going to do the best we can with what we got.
Yeah, it's the round one over there. Yeah.
If we get it right, that's because we're knowledgeable. If we get it wrong, that's because the equipment's a little subpar.
That's correct.
That's the excuse I'm using.
Sounds good to me. Really good break there by Shane.
All right.
The only thing he left is the two ball. He can back cut it, but that's tough from that position.
He's not going to cut this. I think he thins off the left side or the right side of it, and he goes back up table again.
Yeah, you just got to be careful not to let the 2-ball run into the stack too hard. Another ball can come out the other side.
Well, even if he aims at the 1, full on and hits the 1, it'll kill the speed on the 2. The 1 won't break much out, and he'll be able to get back up table.
Possibly, or maybe he just tries to get up to the side pocket so he don't bump the side. See,
that was
the ball could come out.
He didn't hit the 1 with it, yeah.
Right. So the question's come up a number of times. We're so used to the conventionally, you win the lag and you give your opponent the break shot. Is maybe you're more in control if you have the break shot.
As long as you hit it good, you're definitely in more control. I believe.
And these players can, right? Because the answering shot's rough.
I would say 80% of the time, the break. The guy that breaks is going to have a slight advantage.
Right.
80% of the time.
Yeah. Now you're going to have that little percentage where something will come out, or you won't get back up to the table far enough, or you leave a dead one, and you have to sit out for a couple of minutes.
Okay. Next time I play, I think I'm going to win the lag and break. Let's see how that works out.
Hey, that always works.
That could be.
If you see me here next year, it worked out very well, but it's not going to happen.
If you're in a booth again, we know how that worked out for you, right?
He has to follow down and get on the 2-ball next.
Does the 5 go by the 2?
I can't tell.
Okay, so we're going to have to use visual acquisition here, and I'll be the old guy virtual reality monitor. No, he's shaded here.
I don't even know if you can hit the 2. Can you get to the 2?
No.
Well, if you can't hit the 2, you can't make the 5. What do you do?
Well, I like rolling the 5 to the rail and just
I like the
right behind the 2. But he can make the 2-ball, I believe.
Yeah, he can.
Oh, well.
Okay, so if I'm going to be doing this with a small monitor, we have to decide whether somebody can see a ball or Shane can see a ball, which is different.
I think he might have tried to get over there farther so he can back cut the 11, but he didn't quite get there. Now you shoot the 5, try to leave yourself an angle or draw into him.
Yeah, if he has a slight angle, he might be able to power into him.
He's not going to get much out of it, though.
Wow. He got higher on the rack than I thought he would.
Yeah.
Right.
But he's got a shot on the 8, it looks like.
7 ball.
The 8, 7. That's the 7. Yeah, 8's in the middle of the table. He can just roll forward a little bit and play the 11 from underneath.
Yeah, that's his only option, really.
Well, he can stop maybe, and if he draws back, he might come into him off the 3 ball. He might be able to hit the top of the stack from the 3.
Right.
Or if he stops there, he can play the 11 to get 2 rails positioned on the 3 to go into him. He could play the 3 right now and go into him.
Not really. He's going to be glancing the left side of the rack with that angle on the 3. He would have to hit it soft and kind of like roll it. I think he might stroke this in and try to get on the 11. Kill it 2 rails. See what I mean? He hit it good.
Oh, he hit it great.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to nip it less, that stripe, and go towards the corner.
Now he's got the 8. He can roll up and get into him with the 15. He can get into him right now with the 8. He doesn't have to hit him that hard. You know what I'm saying?
I like following the 8, 2 rails, get an angle on the 7, and then you can go right into him.
That's a good shot, too.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Go right on the rail, get an angle.
Okay, that's why you guys are in the booth, because that's exactly what he did.
I think he hurt him.
Should be able to hit the 4. He can actually get both groups here.
Yeah.
If he hits the top of the 4, they breaks them up, and then the cue ball will go up and knock those 3 stripes out.
And then he should have the 1 after that.
Well, he'll have something. They're going to disperse. See, there you go, like that.
Oh, look at that. Dead on the 1. I'm telling you, I'm getting better at this game.
It's right knees down. Right knees down.
Yeah. He ain't playing a 12 from here, right? He don't go up table with that.
You can play the 9 in the side if it's available, just to get it out of the way if you're straight in.
Right.
If not, just shoot the 1, come back a little bit, maybe get the 6 out next. Or you can follow. Well, you can do a lot of things here.
He might have angle on a 13 to go into the 15 and 9, kind of give a little separation. He still would have had the 11. Maybe push one of those out. Maybe the 15 pushes out to a break shot. The 1 goes in the, is that the 9? That's the 9. It looks like it goes in the side pocket past the 10, it looks like.
The other side?
14, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's tough to see these balls from here. It might go.
Well, if not, you can just follow forward, shoot the 11, go to the right rail, get an angle on the other stripe on the side, and bump those some. Because then you'll have the 13 down here and possibly the 14 in the other corner.
Right. I like playing the 11. Roll forward a bit, get an angle on the 8 to run into the 15. That might push out a break shot, and you'll still have the 13 right there.
Yeah, either that or the side pocket shot, like I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because then you have balls below. The 13's a real good insurance ball here. You can bump the 15 or bump them both. Go right in between them.
He's playing a 9 ball now, it looks like.
Nah, he's playing 10.
10 to 10?
There you go. Bump the 15 out. No matter what, he had the 13. So.
Right. 9's going to be his break shot. A little high, but he'll still be able to get into it. You might see this as a side pocket break based on where the 15 is.
Yeah, maybe.
He just stops on the 15, dead straight on the 15. He's got the angle.
Huh. He would have liked the 15 to not go quite as far. It would have been perfect for a break. But he had to get separation. He didn't want to get frozen on top of anything.
Right.
Well, he can play the 15 too if he's on the rail. If he's close to the rail, the 15 ball will work.
Yeah, that would be a decent shot.
He could shoot the 9 right now on the side, 13, get to the 4, and draw underneath. Or it's a small window, but it might be.
I think he's got a little too much angle on the 9.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
He'd have to do a little something with it. And
Yeah,
he'd
okay.
kind of be stroking over the 15.
I'll just follow forward then.
He's going
Shoot the
to
4.
throw back for the 9 next. No, yeah, we straight her in. Now he comes up one rail. I like coming up one rail.
Yep.
But depending on what he wants to do, he might try and get to where you had said. If you can get straight in on the rail for the 15,
Yeah, he's okay. He's just going to go with the 9 ball.
that works.
He'd like to be right around where the cue ball's at now would be nice. And that's good enough.
Yep. First rack down.
So Shane executed a good break shot. Darren tried a tough safety, nipping the 2 ball, I believe it was, early, and left a shot for Shane, and he's off and running.
Well, let's see if he can actually start running.
Well, I'm telling you what, against a guy like Darren, you're going to have to put some kind of pressure on him. A 28 and a 42 ball run right now, it's not going to do too much, I don't believe.
No.
But if you put him 70, 84,
80, yeah.
safety after that,
Well, yes.
you can keep him in his chair.
Exactly. If you can shoot at least, I'd have to say 60, and then leave the table with him looking at nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You keep the momentum on your side. You keep the pressure on his side.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't want to miss a break ball because you're going to have balls open.
Exactly. Leave the table on your terms.
You can hit the top of the rack, follow, come to the right side rail. Watch outside pocket. He hit it a little bit too hard, but he escaped.
Yeah, he's got the 2. He could have played that with more right-hand spin.
Right, or a touch more high because instead of it releasing towards the side, it would have gripped and just stayed there,
yeah,
kind of.
yeah.
It would have came across, but it would have stayed in that same plane.
Yeah, it'd have been a little bit lower than the side pocket.
Right.
He could soft roll this in and get on the 14 or the 5.
I think he was trying to hit the 8, but it's okay. He's got the 3. Shoot the 3, maybe try to bump the 4 ball.
Should we bring up the magic C word?
Well,
Combos? Not
there
yet.
You go.
Not
yet.
Actually, the table has been kinder than it was in the first 2 matches. It really has. People have been getting more fortunate results. Not of course it's engineered. It's not just all luck, but from the break shots. But it's just amazing how you get trends in a game like the Devil Pocket last night in the Robles match and the combinations we saw endlessly in that first Olive match.
Well, here we go.
Look at this, Mike. He's going to take it. He's got an open shot on the 3.
That's a little steep. I think he's
yeah,
afraid
but
of how
it's naturally.
I think he was afraid of how he comes off the 8. If he just clips it, he can get between the 1 and 4, it looks like, and go way up table.
Yeah.
He didn't break him out. Now he's going to play another combination. Can you see the 5?
Yeah, you can see
He can get into the 5, okay.
I like getting off the rail a good bit here. Leave yourself a steep cut on the 3.
And go
you
into
can go
him.
right into him because you
Right.
got the 6. If you hit the right side of the rack, you got the 10 over here in the other corner.
Right. I think ideally he'd want to hit the 7.
Right, 7 or the 9.
He doesn't have to
okay.
hit him that hard. He does not have to hit these that hard.
Yeah, it's just like a stun shot, maybe a tip of low, and just stun through the shot. Just like that.
That works. Spreads everything out. Or spreads it out more than it was.
Yeah.
And he's got a shot on the 1. I'm sorry, the 8 rather. He's got one shot. He's got the 11 maybe.
Did he get tied up on the 8? Say if he would have hit more of the right of that pack, he would have been, I believe, easier setup from here.
Yeah, he's looking to see if he can get to the 11. I think he can.
Just stay over there and take the stripe out to open up the bottom right pocket.
Well, the ball underneath the 6, the stripe underneath that 6, does it go by the 7?
Can't tell from here.
He might draw into him right here.
I think you just go over to the left side of the table. It's a little dangerous, but it worked out.
Yeah. He's still got the that 15, it looks like. 6 might not go past the 8. Probably.
Side pocket. Just roll up a hair and get in between a gap between the 13 and 6 and play the 8 next.
Yeah, if he can do that, that would help. Because like I said, I don't know if the 6 goes past the 8.
Unless he has an angle, he can pinch back.
Then he can play the 10 next.
He's okay. He's going to play the 8, looks like. He's still got to open up a couple lanes. Because I don't believe...
If the 6 goes, I like playing the 6 from here.
Oh, of course, right. You can even just roll and bump the 10 down some if it's got a good angle for it. I like shooting a 13 now.
Yeah, he's got too much.
He landed good on it. I don't think he sees it, though.
Right, he's got too much angle, I think, for that stripe ball. He's going to end up going into the 13 or the 7 maybe. I don't think he can get into the 7 from there. He's got too much of an angle.
Shoot the 13,
Then
you got
the
a small
8.
angle. We can come down naturally, play the 10, and then get the 8 ball. Can he hold this?
Yeah, all right. He didn't have as much angle as it looked.
Now you go to the side rail and try to get up to get to the 4. If you don't get there, you got the 1 ball straight up.
Right, that's a good shot. That's a good shot.
You know, because I do believe he can leave the 4 or the 7. The 7's a lot better, but if he really had to, he could leave the 4 for a break. So if you go up too high and you land straight on the 7, just go ahead and take it out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't get yourself stuck in trying, I got to get this 4 ball out. You know, that's the key. They're both very feasible as a break shot.
Well, that's what he's going to do. I think he's going to take the 7 out.
Plus, he could have landed real good on the 7 and followed and bumped the 13 to the other side. But he landed a little unorthodox. He might have to stun this around.
He might have to go forward.
Yeah, and get to the
Nice.
1.
Good call. Good call.
I knew the angle just laid that way.
He wants a bit of an angle. He doesn't want to be straight.
Yeah, that is tricky now. Now he has to make sure he gets an angle where he can just follow straight over and back.
Right.
Because he's obviously going to be close to the rail, so you're not going to be able to draw it too much.
Yeah, he just he feels he can just play it from here. Just a high ball, maybe a touch inside.
Yep. And right where he's at, a little bit lower, would be convenient on that side of the table for the break.
Well, I think even if he gets 3/4 of the way across the table, he'd be fine. Any further than that, see, I think he's real steep now on that
That's
ball.
perfect, though.
No,
For these kind of shots, this is perfect, trust me.
He don't like it. Look at him.
He may not like it, but he's going to have to
like
learn to, because
It's
you're guaranteed to break the balls out with this angle.
I understand, but to me, it's just too much of an angle.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying?
It's perfect for straight pull.
Maybe that's why I'm in the booth and not on the table.
No.
Okay.
On the table, if you shot these more at your house and just got comfortable with them, you would understand.
Well, probably, yeah, but to me, it just looks like it's very steep. I'd rather be 6 inches closer to the center of the table.
Yeah, but then
It's
you kind of have to power the cue ball.
True, a little bit more power, but I'm guaranteed to make the ball,
True.
more often, because to me, it's an easier shot.
But here, all you got to do is cut the ball in with the tip of high and just follow right through the rack. The balls are going to explode. hit it. He should have hit the ball.
Do you see
Guess
what? I mean?
what?
He missed it, but I mean, it's not
Okay,
that hard of
so
a shot.
round 1, fingers 1, Wilkie zip.
Yeah, I mean,
But you got to see what the ball would do, right?
It's still early in the match, though.
I get a 0 because Shane missed.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
What's
come
up
on.
with
This is a
that?
tough game. Come on.
Wow.
I'm telling you, this game's brutal, man.
That's right. I mean, look at these poor guys that are sitting out there.
Wow.
One guy's the champion this year, and the other guy's got till next year to do anything about it.
That's very true.
Yep.
By the way, I wanted to
I
point
can't
out
believe
that
he overcut that much.
It's
Point
a
out.
hard shot. It's a
yeah,
difficult shot.
it really is.
You're hitting it at 75-degree angle. That's real
yeah.
thin, man. He didn't like it. I saw his expression when the cue stopped rolling.
I guess everybody's got their own style. I like those shots.
Well, it all depends on the ball.
Right.
Ball goes in. Wilkie's a genius, right? So that's how it goes.
Let me ask you a question then. Do you think the shot becomes a little bit easier depending on what color that object ball is?
Absolutely. If it's a dark ball, it's
right?
harder.
That's what I mean. The contrast in the cloth
Yeah,
and the
it
different
is.
balls.
Sure.
If it's a stripe, that would have been a lot easier. If there's a white spot on the ball.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's a very excellent point. I'm older than dirt and rock formations, and when I'm practicing, I like to set up a break ball. I always use the 1 because I can see that bright baby. You know.
Yeah.
I like using the 1, I'll be honest with you, but I like using it because that's the first ball in my run. So if I make the first one, I'm off and running.
You know what I like to try? Let's play straight pull, but we got to run them all in order.
You're out of your mind.
So wherever the 15 ball lands, that's your break ball. How tough would that be?
Yeah, okay. Let me try and get past 100 first.
It's impossible.
And then we can start
okay,
this fancy
so
stuff.
considering what you guys have gone through in the booth during this week, what the game you were proposing, you would like to be broadcasting like 19-hour games? Or,
Probably, yeah. Well, it would be like
to 50, right?
Yeah, you would
Yeah.
play it to 50,
Yeah.
or maybe to 45. So if you break and run 3 racks of rotation straight pull, it's over. Should be
How
over
about-
if
how
you're
about-
that good.
How about, if you make the 15, your break shot for the next rack, after your break shot, you have to shoot the 1 first. That'd be something, wouldn't it?
Water.
All right, well, since we're talking about some crazy stuff, let's get back to Darren's run out here. He stopped for the 8 ball. He's got to get that out of the way, I believe, or is that the 4? That's the 8.
That's the...
It's the 8, right?
I can't tell.
And he'll have the
I
5
can't
next.
see it.
Come back up above. Maybe play the 9-7 combo if it's a 1.
He might play the 10 right now on the side.
He could do that. Yep, that's a good shot.
If he's on it, get it out of the way.
Those are the kind of shots you have to see in straight ball. When you're behind the rack and you get straight in the ball on the side, it's easy because most of the time you can just stop because there's a ball below.
Right. It might go past the 7.
Yeah, I think the combo's probably on too.
Well, really? You think? Another combo?
Yeah. Seems like they come up every other rack in straight ball.
Right.
Yep, he's going to play the combo.
Yeah.
He can even just stun up and get to the 13 just to make sure you get another shot after this.
Yeah,
He's
he's pretty
okay.
good.
Got the 10. Now you want to make sure you get, I don't know if you want to follow down because you can get a bad angle run into your break. Maybe just stun up a hair and then you go 2 rails around for the last 2.
Yeah, he can go anywhere he wants. A little bit forward, stay right there. Any kind of angle on that stripe ball, and he can get to the looks like the 11 or 13, and then get up for the 12. Does he have enough of an angle to get above the 6?
I don't know. I think he might. If he's straight in, he can just draw straight back and go to the ball and to the side first.
Yeah, he can go to 12 right now. Yeah, I think he's got enough of an angle.
We'll see. Yeah.
No, he had to go for the 12. Which again is fine based on where the object balls are. It's not going to be a problem for him to get position on the 6.
Yeah, the good thing about the 13, it's pretty far off the rail, so you don't have to get completely over there. You can pinch and cheat it a lot when it's off the rail.
That gives him the whole rack, 14 to 28. He's trailing.
No. Appleton's going to have a real good break angle here. Not quite as extreme as Shane's, but this looks like another natural high ball. He could go actually get to the bottom rail and go 2 rails and out, back up to where the cue ball is sitting now. Some players like to stun this off the rack, but I've actually scratched in the side pocket trying to do that, so I don't do it anymore. Because I don't know how to explain it. It's very unfortunate, but still, if you give yourself a chance to scratch, that means it can happen. I like just following through this. Oh, he drew into the side rail. So that means he glanced one of the balls on the bottom and then it gripped, so it worked out well. The 11 ball wasn't there. He could have been in the hole. But he's all right. He's got the stripe, the 11. He's got the 4 ball. Plenty of options. The balls are wide open. He's going to create his own pattern here. Obviously, the break balls are going to be the 2 or the 14, from what I see. You can't bridge it real good. You just sight down the stick for the 4 and just roll it in, because the 11 ball is right there in front of the hole.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see what the difficulty is here.
I don't know. Even if you rolled over and bumped the 1, you'd still be okay with the 11.
You can even play the 10 right now. It looks like the 10 goes by the 8, or by the 4.
I'm not sure if it does.
He looked at that first, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it goes right in. That gives him a better angle to cue the ball.
Right.
You know, the 11 ball shouldn't be in the way at all then. I don't see what...
Yeah, he's looking at it now. Yep.
Yeah, he's going for that.
You don't have to hold it if you want. You can just follow it, have the 11.
Nice simple shot. Yeah, now we can get above table. He's got to do something with that 13, though. He can get into that with the 3.
Yeah.
When he gets a chance, he's got to be a little lower than straight in.
See, now he can leave it there. I like what he just looked at. Go up somehow, get to the 15, get to that side rail. You can play the combo. 13, 11, roll down and have the 3 in the opposite side, or the 7 up in the corner, if he wanted to.
Yeah, he's got to get real tight on that 13, though.
He does, but it looks like it's got an opening on the side.
But yeah, I know what you're saying. Though, right from where the 15 is, it's easy to do it. It should be easy to do it.
Yeah, or you could play it here and just bump out the 7, play the combo.
That's what he's doing now.
There you go.
Perfect. Yeah, that worked out real well. Now it looks like the 13 will go by the 3, or he'll play the 3 first. I think you can see enough of it.
Yep.
He can play the 3 and come 2 rails for the 2 and 5 if he wants to leave the 14 as his break shot. Or he'll leave the 2. You know, he can come 2 rails.
Yeah.
I
like going, like you said, towards the 2, but go under it.
Right.
Back out the middle table, because you got them balls up there.
Yeah, you got all sorts of stuff.
There's no way you can get in trouble. I don't like rolling like that. Man.
Yeah, that was a little chancy. He could have got tied up a little bit.
It worked out. But
yeah.
If he froze on top of the 2, he might have had to play a combo on the side.
Right. Well, I guess he would have had the long shot on the 8.
Yeah.
He was pretty safe, I guess, with that shot.
Well, they're wide open, so they'll pick and choose from here. I'm guessing the key ball is one of the 2 balls in the side. Maybe both of them. You can leave both of them for last, if you can find the correct angle to navigate around them for now. Stun over, get to the 13, have the 12 ball next in the side. That'll get you up table after that. Then you can follow up table and shoot the 9 or the 8, wherever you land on the 12. I mean, you can use one of the balls in the side to help you get up table after the 12 ball, if you like. Going back to the bridge. I think I would shoot this left-handed. You don't have to do too much. But with the background of snooker, I'm sure Darren's very comfortable with the bridge.
Yeah.
So if he's got a good angle on the 12, you just follow straight one rail to the 8.
Yeah, you can do that right now.
And then you have the 9 in the opposite side, and then the last 2
Yeah.
in the left side.
But then he'll be perfect on the 14.
Yep. If he's too straight, he'll just shoot one of the balls in the side next. And that's what he was.
Yep. He can play the 15 now if he wants one rail out to the 9. Then play the 8 and then come down for the 7.
Right.
You know, he can play the 7, then the 8, then the 9.
Yeah, he don't have to leave these 2 for last. The 8 ball will get you there too.
Yeah.
2 rails.
Yep.
So I mean, it's very easy.
Any way you want to call it, you know.
Yeah, he's gonna go the way you said. 9 ball, 8, 7.
Any way you want to call it.
And right to the break after that. It's always nice when you break them and they're wide open and spread out like that. Takes away a little bit of stress because you know you don't have to do secondary and third,
Right.
break shots.
Third and dairy.
Third and dairy. That would have been a nice word, wouldn't it? Come straight back down, or we can just spin 2 rails towards the side rail if you like.
He's got to hit it, though. He understroked that one.
Yeah, he's
Now he's
okay.
got to go around the table.
No, he's okay.
Can he pinch it?
Yeah, or we can just roll it in.
That's
It's
true,
okay
too.
to
That's
have an
true, too.
angle.
Yeah, that's true, too. Not quite as much of an angle as
There
Shane
you go.
had.
Looks good.
All right, maybe he can put something together right here. Charlie Ames, welcome by the booth, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on?
Say hello, Charlie.
Hello, Charlie.
That was Charlie.
Commentators are doing a fantastic job here once again, as always, at the Andy Clark World 14.1 Championships being held here at the beautiful Steinway Cafe in Duluth.
Thank you, Mr. Ames.
Perfect.
Well, Darren's getting that draw stun off the side of the rack
Yeah.
down. That's a good break. If you can get that natural angle, that works out a lot. I don't know if he can see the 5. If not, he's going to have to shoot a ball up table.
Yeah,
That's-
he's gonna have to
that's
play the
right.
13. I don't think it's too difficult. with
Well, he might
13.
be slightly jacked up over the 6.
No, I think he's going to be plenty fine for that.
I think if you're jacked up, you might try to shoot the 8. I don't know, though.
I would rather the 13, but I don't think he's going to be jacked up. He'll have a shot on it. He'll have a relatively easy shot, I think, on
He
the
could
13.
make the 6. I can't tell. If he can see the edge of the 6, you can cut that in and run right into those 2 stripes. You know, kind of draw off them, and that's a pretty good shot. But he obviously can't see enough of it. Now, if the 4 ball is hanging in the hole, you just try to make this go up. You know, it's going to go near the 8. It's probably going to hit the top rail. Okay, he tried to pinch it. That's good.
Yeah, that's fine, too. Like you said, the 4 balls by the side, he can just roll it right in. He still has a good angle on the 8, too, if he wants.
Right.
He
I'm
can
not
play
sure if the 4 goes. It's really tight.
Okay.
You got to be careful if you're trying to force follow this. You can't clip the point with some speed because
no.
it can come out. Oh, he was fine.
Plenty. Now he's got that stripe on the bottom rail.
How's that combo look, the 3-ball combo?
Well, we're going to see in a minute. I think he's looking at it.
Yeah, possibly. Or maybe the 6. I don't know if you can shoot the 6 and use inside and bump them again. Because the 15 and 3 is not open to the other side.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to play. It looks like it's the 14.
If he's going into these, you got to hit it with some speed. You need separation. Oh, he missed them, but it's okay.
That's all right. He might be able to make that the top stripe.
Yeah, I like how he played it. He played it to the left side, so if he nipped it, he was okay. It would have hit the 6, would have had 3 shots on the stripes. If he would have hit the right side, he could stick on top of them.
Right.
And like you're saying, or I believe it might have been somebody else, they said You always want to play it at a speed where if you do miss it and go through a gap, you don't land up on the back rail.
Right.
So play it like a medium speed.
Right. That's a good point.
Because he could have hit the right side and scratched in the other side pocket. A lot of things can happen when you just let the cue ball go.
Yeah, and unfortunately, most of them are bad.
Yeah. Like you like to say, Fingers, try to have the best plan possible, trust it, and then execute.
Exactly. That's, to me, that's applicable for all sports. All, cue sports.
Yeah, of course.
Rotation games, straight pull, 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball, whatever. One pocket even, You got to execute. You got to execute with confidence, and that's it. If you miss, you miss. Don't miss because you're executed poorly, you didn't finish your stroke, stuff like that,
He can shoot the 6, maybe stop it there, have an angle on the stripe that's highest on the rack.
Yeah.
And then that'll give him a good angle to go up and maybe bump the 3 or 15, and then he's golden after that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he really needs to even hit the 3 or 15.
I think he does because the 2 ball's kind of blocking the opposite side.
No, he's got both corners are open. Upper corners are open for those 2 balls. He'll get real good on them.
Yeah. A lot of times you don't want to shoot in the corner unless you really have to. The upper corners.
True. But he's almost in the middle of the table with those 2 balls. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if he gets good on, if he shoots the 5, he can get good on either one of them. It's a short shot at that point.
The only thing is, we're talking about all this, and I don't see an easy break ball.
No. Not yet.
Right. He can try to follow this one rail and bump the 5 because he's got the 7 in the opposite side pocket. And if he misses it, like you said, he can have the 3 up top. I don't see anything wrong with that. As long as he has the angle. Or he just looked to see if the 11 ball was in the rack. Yeah, I think he should follow this. He's got a good angle on it. Take a chance of just nudging the 5 some.
He's coming back.
He's not going to. Oh, looks like the 15 goes on the side also.
Yeah.
Well, if it doesn't go by the 2, he can play the 5.
That's great if it does, because he can
rails.
bump the 7 over some. You know what I mean? If you got a slight angle on the 15.
If you can get it past the 2, that'll work.
It's tight. Can you see it, Gene? Does the 15
Yeah,
go?
I just want to explain that
Really
we're working
tight.
with a small monitor.
Right, and we got Gene standing trying to get us a
Okay,
perspective.
and my old eyes are looking at the real balls, and we're trying to give you streamers the most accurate picture of what's going on.
He can hit the 7 now.
Yep, play the 15.
Bump down to 7, have the 3, and then go to the 8.
This is just a medium stun right over, and there it is. Nice work, nice work. He found the good angle.
He'll play the 3, and then he'll play the 2 to go to the 8. Because I don't think he can't get to the 8 from here.
No, he would have to shoot the 2 first and follow up if he wanted to get to the 8.
Simple enough. Just play this to the rail.
A little bit of inside spin, hold it up. He just took the natural angle, which that's okay too.
Yeah, could have did anything he wanted right there.
Because now he can go up one rail and come off.
Yep.
Middle right on the cue ball. Don't get too straight.
No, ideally he would like to not be straight, but
it's better than having an angle where you would draw into the corner, so
right.
Straight's okay. He's just going to either draw straight back to the rail or just draw towards the 7.
There you go.
All right, okay. 3 routes.
42. You got to remember how to count.
Yeah, you got to keep counting those 14s.
That's right.
I was never good at my 14 times tables.
Yeah, for some reason in my school they stopped at 12.
You can't win a 200-point game if they did that.
I know.
Need 14 plus 4.
Yep. All right. Let's see where the angle's hitting the rack. Looks like it might be the second ball down. So it's either hitting the 5 or the 1. I don't know if he's going to keep doing this same. If he keeps doing the same shot, if he clips the bottom of the 5, he could scratch in the corner. He followed it. Good choice. So see now, if he would have stunned that, he could have went in the corner. So since he followed it, it went right down to the bottom rail.
Yeah, he ended up very well right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if the 10 ball goes past the 7, was that the 7? Looks like it's a 7 maybe. No, that's the 4. I can't
yeah, it's
tell.
the 4 ball. The 14 and the 4 is on the bottom rail.
I was going to say, you can play the 13 to get angle on the 14 to go back up into him. Right?
Right. If you can hold it, you shoot the 4 next, roll up a little bit, give yourself an angle, and go into him.
Yeah, if you get straight on the 4. Yeah, I was thinking leave the 4 there. If the 14 goes past it, just get a little angle off this ball right here. And now you can play the 14 and go right into him.
No, you don't do it now. You do it. You get an angle on the 14 because you got the 3. You really don't want to draw into him because it kind of sucks the cue ball with it. Well, he's going to go back anyways, but I like following up and then taking the angle and following through him. Either way works.
Yeah, yeah.
But here, if you go up and you clip the 15 first and nothing moves a lot, you can get stuck in there and jacked up on the ball. See, he's jacked up, but he has the 3.
Right.
But
Yeah.
now, what if you land straight on the 3? You can't do anything else. You got to just roll it in.
Yeah, again, he's got 100 different ways to get to where he needs to be.
Right. Might be able to make the 12, but he's jacked up over the 9 ball.
Yeah, he's very, very slightly jacked up. You know what I mean? It's a more comfortable shot for him.
He's obviously looking at something else because he might be straight on the 3. If the 1 ball wasn't up there, you can follow and shoot the 5 all the way up,
You
but
can
the
roll the
1
9
ball's
in.
in the way.
You can roll the 9 in. And then play the 3.
Yep.
Now we can go 1 rail and play the 12 and get back into him. Looks like the 12, right? I can't tell.
Yeah,
I
12
think
ball.
it is.
Yep. Or you can draw to the right side. I think the 15 and the 11 both go on the side. That would be okay too. Kind of pinch draw it just over to the right side. There you go. They both go in the side pocket. Now,
He might be able to roll the ball in the 15 and push the 2 out.
mm-hmm.
It's possible.
Or you can just follow, if you're straight in on one of them, follow over, get the 5, come down, get that ball you were talking about, the 12, and then bump the rest out.
Well, he can play the 11, draw back to get to the 14 a little bit.
Yep.
Play the 14 and knock out the 6 and 8 a little,
And then you
clear
have the
pocket
2
for
in the
them.
side.
Exactly. You have the 2. You'll have the other 15 or whatever. That's a pretty safe play.
That works there. Perfect.
Now he can play this ball. Looks like it's a 14. He can play it and roll forward, not draw off the 8 a little bit, and have the 15 in the right side pocket. You know what I'm saying?
But you got to be careful if you roll too far down past the 12.
Well, he'll have the 15 in the side. If he comes to the corner, he's going to brush off the 8. He's still going to go in the same direction as the cue. So no matter what he does, he'll have the 15.
Plus the 6 might come down for a shot too.
Well, that's what I meant, And if it blocks the 12, he's still safe. He'll get he'll get separation, and
I'll probably just
still have a
stun it
shot.
because if you can leave the 8 ball there, I would have bumped it a little bit, but he's all right. If you can leave the 8 ball there for his break, obviously looks like it's out of the rack. Now he's going to play the 15, roll up, have the 2 ball next. Now he's going to go for the 5 ball.
Wow, I didn't like that.
Huh.
I think that's a lot of work he didn't need to do.
Yeah, it is. But he might like this shot. Is he going to come across and try to bump the 8-6? Or just roll this in and have the 12 next?
I think he just rolls it in. That would be the easier shot. There you go.
Yeah, he rolled it in.
Now he's got the 12.
He needs an angle.
I don't think he's getting it. That's why I would have got that 6 apart from the 8.
Yep.
Because he's running out of options to get into it again. His option now, let me be honest with you. If he plays the 12 he can draw back and get angle on the 1 to come back across for the 6. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of traveling, but how else does he get the 6 out?
Yep.
And preserve the 8?
The worst spot he landed was straight in. If not, he can just follow 2 rails to the 6. But like you said, it looks like he's straight in. He's going to draw back. Come off the rail a good bit.
Now he's got angle on the 1 to come across table for the 6.
That works.
He's got to get that out of there. That's the only way you can preserve the 8.
Yep. The good thing here is if you say you hit it a little bad and you end up short, you still got the 2 ball.
Got the 2, or you might have the 8 also.
Yep.
8 might go by the 6. It's tough to tell from where we're sitting.
He's the one. You hit it good.
He hit it too good because now he's going into the 8. You know what he's got to do? He's got to play this, I think, with a right-hand spin so that when he makes the 6, the cue goes up, hits the 8, and maybe throws the 8 to the left under the 2 ball, right, with spin.
Maybe.
And then he'll come up table a little bit and he'll have the 2.
Or you hit it with stun and bump the 8 to the other side of the rack. There you go, like that.
Mm-hmm. That's score 1 Wilkie.
That's
well,
it.
That's the same type of shot I just called, too.
Similar,
Same.
right.
Yeah.
But you were saying draw off of it, right?
Well, no, right-hand spin.
Right-hand spin, yeah. So you call it right-hand spin, I call it stun.
Stun.
We're
Yeah,
even.
Same shot. Yeah, that one's a draw.
We're even.
That one's a draw.
So we'll get all the scores for you.
Somebody out there take notes.
That's right.
Yeah, I always like to call it a right-hand stun when you're only using Middle English.
Right.
You know, because there's right spin, high right spin, low right spin, and then there's right stun, which is only a tip of right, stroke through it. You know, don't not a smooth stroke, but like a kind of a jab. You're still stroking through the ball, but you're not completely rolling through it, like you're saying. With the right spin, boom.
Okay, so on the table, 56 Appleton and running, and Boning 28. In the booth, Fingers and Wilkie in a dead tie.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
back even.
I thought we pushed on that last one.
Well, we pushed, but you guys gave me a negative for Shane missing a ball.
Well, I got the 1. You got the 0.
Okay.
I'm up 1.
All right, well, I'm about to be up 2. Are you ready? He's going to shoot this with high ball. Cue ball is going to hit the 15 or the top of the 4, and it's going to follow to the other side rail. Bang.
Yep. And he was unfortunate. No, he's got the 4, it looks like. He can play the 4 and go into the 3 right there.
Yeah.
If he comes up table, he'll have the 1. If he comes down table, he's got a possible shot on the 14 or the 7.
Yeah, if he's following into it, I like going into it with some speed.
A little bit. He can scratch in the same side pocket if he comes off it poorly.
Well, it'd be really nice if he landed straight on the 15 because I don't think he can see the 13.
Right. Shots like this, when you're that close and you're inside the stack a little bit, and you gotta.
Yeah.
You don't want to have to do anything fancy with the cue ball. You just want to be able to make the object ball.
Maybe if he makes it, he can shoot the 30 ball next in the other corner.
Depending on where he goes.
Oh, it looks like he can make it.
Yeah, you can see the 13.
Combo coming.
Combo time. Every other rack, apparently.
Yep. Now, I like shooting this with, if it's straight, come back a little bit where in case they both go, if it's 6 follows, you have a shot on the 7.
Right.
You know, don't get stuck behind the 9, unless it goes past the 7, of course. Then you can just play a stop shot, which it looks like it does. Yep.
Yep, that works. He's got to worry about the 2 and 5 right now.
Trying to find a way he's going to get into it.
Well, he's got to get the 3 out. If he gets the 3 out, the 5 might go in the same corner. The 6 is going to go in.
He could possibly follow up.
Tries to hit the 14 right now on the side rail by the 11.
Yeah, he did bump that ball, like you said. He bumped it up near the 1. Now, obviously he has the 11. But can he see the stripe underneath the 15?
All right, if he plays the 11 out, you think he goes into the 3? Think he tries to go
I don't think
into
that's
it?
safe. unless it's really, really soft. Oh, there we go. See, soft, he had the 15. Because if he hits it hard, he hits the bottom of the 3.
Right.
He could get stuck under the 6. A lot of bad things can happen. People think it's bad luck, but actually it's just bad planning.
Exactly.
Most of the time, it's just bad planning.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, 15. If the 2 ball goes past, you just come back and get that out. I would have liked to do that right there if it would have went past the 6. Probably doesn't. Now he can shoot the 5 and play the 3 or the 2 in the side pocket next. Come off the rail a little bit.
I think he goes for the 6 and then he plays the 1 to get the 14 out. And then from the 14 he can get on either the 3 or the 2.
He can, right, get above him. I really would have liked shooting those in the side, but that's okay. Because if you come over and you don't get straight on him, you still would have had the 6. But he's fine, leaving him up there.
Yep. Yeah, it's...
His speed is working good to the middle of the table. He trusted that he could get to the 1.
He's feeling it.
Just roll this in, come off the rail, or just tap it. There you go.
You know what this is starting to feel like? Last year's semifinal.
I'll tell you what. I did say that he had to get to at least 70 to get it going, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we agreed on that.
Okay, I don't know. These announcers are doing that no-hitter thing, you know. I don't know.
Well, we got Darren in the batter's box right now, and he's trying to get a inside the park home run.
Oh, he's trying to get a grand slam. Inside the park grand
there's
slam.
nobody on base. He's in there by himself.
Yeah, but he needs all the runs he can get to win this match.
True.
He wants to take total control, and he's gonna get a little angle on the 3 and just drift above it for the that stripe.
And it's all golden from here.
That's 70. That's the magic number.
Here's one of those shots we said, a little stun up,
Yeah.
add a little bit of low to it so you can hold it. Have the natural angle for the break. Bang.
Perfect.
5 racks down, 9 racks and 4 balls to go. Seems simple at this moment. Uh-oh.
All right. I really like sticking with the 5. He might stun this one, actually, because he's hitting more near the middle of the rack.
Right.
Which it seems like when he's hitting there, Darren likes to stun it, because if you clip a top of the ball, you just come up. If you clip the bottom, you come to the side rail.
Yeah. That's a good shot.
But it can't be too hard, so it's got to be, you know, you got to have some force behind it.
Yeah, he's got to hit this firm.
Yeah, hit it firm. Good word. He's following it again. It looks like you're stunning it with left. Watch out, see?
Wow. Yeah, he
too hard.
Overhit it.
Like I said.
Overhit it.
And he had that angle that it just, you know,
he hit
took
that
him
a
up there.
little too firm.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, okay, that's...
Good run, though. Nice
Yeah.
run.
Yeah, he did get to that magic number, though, because now
He did.
SVB's got to be, he's got to pay attention, you know.
Oh, the heat's on.
Yeah, absolutely. He turned the temperature up a few degrees with that run.
Oh, the good positive about the match so far, we haven't had no random shot missed. We've had an overcut on a break shot and a scratch on a break shot.
Yeah, a couple of unforeseen shots. They didn't really miss anything that it was you'd expect them to.
He could
to
shoot
make.
the 13 right now. It's barely over the line.
He wants to go into him from here.
That's not safe.
Ooh, that's very not
That's
safe.
not safe to do that.
Okay.
There was no need for that. See, that's an unforced error. He had so many different opportunities. You know, he got aggressive with it.
He swung away.
Yeah, absolutely. He got aggressive. He wanted to try and do something. And sometimes you don't need to.
I'm going to explain to you why that wasn't safe. The balls were dispersed a little bit.
Yeah.
So
enough.
There wasn't a lot of mass there. So if they're together, that's a safer shot.
Right.
Because when it hits, it doesn't glance off. It kind of sticks to the rack.
Exactly.
And then goes through. There, he probably kissed off like 2 or 3 balls and unfortunately went in the side. But he was taking a chance because it wasn't there.
Exactly.
And the 13 ball went just like I said.
He tried to force something that just wasn't right.
Yep. Well, tell you what, that could cost him 70 more balls.
Oh, that could be a real
right.
A real big mistake on his part.
If it was a gray hole, it would turn into a black hole.
That might be the second place mistake.
Yeah. Well, he's got a good angle here. This is what I like. Shooting a 5 and just follow because you're going to hit the 9 and then the 1 possibly.
Right.
Push them down, let them break up, and then you'll have something.
He'll
Plus,
have
you have the ball on the side
have the
as
15,
insurance.
exactly.
See, he stunned it over. I like just rolling through them. He's still fine.
Yeah, he's got the, looks like it's the 8.
Yep.
He just rolls this forward. Then he'll get an angle on the 7. I don't think you can go into him from here. He's going to clip the 12. It looks like with a 10. I think that's the 10.
Well, he had to go over there and look to see if the 9-4 combo was on. Because when you make the 8, if it's not on, you got to go farther possibly and get to the 7. Or you can play the 9 ball here, even though it's not easy.
Right.
There you go. He went to the 7 because the combo is probably not on. Good choice.
Now, do you roll forward and nudge the 9? Try to break them up a little bit?
I don't think so, because if you hit the 9 full, you can land on top of them. Maybe wait a little bit if you can.
He's got other options. He can come down from the right side and play the 9 in the corner he's standing at now.
He could follow and bump the 6. See, he almost landed on top of him.
Yeah.
But the ball on the side saved him.
He does have the 15.
Yep. If he would have hit the 6, would have been real golden because it would have came down off of the 4 right towards the pocket probably.
Right. This is kind of a delicate shot too. He's got to hit this firmly enough. You got to make sure he doesn't hit the 3. You know, if he hits this too thin, bad things can happen.
This is where you want to jack up and a little bit of high left and kind of just jab it. Get it to glance quick off of the 15. There you go.
Perfect. Now he's got to get something done here because it looks like the 2 and the 4 down here are going to cause him all kinds of problems, along with the 1,
1, 2, and then we got the 4, 6 together.
And yeah.
I like what he's going here. He's got a natural angle to go 2 rails under the balls, and then you have the 4 or the 6. And if you come up short, you got the stripe on the side. You know what I mean? If you land on the middle diamond.
Yeah. Well, he might even have the 11. The 11 might go past. The 11 might go past the 2 ball. It's kind of hard to tell from here, but.
There you go. Right towards the middle diamond's where he's going. Now he probably has the 4. If so, he can follow maybe 1 rail and come up a hair and get an angle on the top stripe ball for the side pocket and then come into the 1 and those 3 balls together. Because then if you leave the 6 there, you might have that as insurance. He's looking at it.
He wants to draw this into the 1. I don't like it.
I don't like that because the side pockets, they don't accept balls real good at high speeds.
No, I mean, even though he's hitting it almost full into the pocket, he's
yeah,
got almost a full pocket. I'd like to be a little further off the rail, too, for that shot.
I think he just
He'll play the top ball. I think maybe he goes into the 11 from here. Aha.
That's a good shot.
Gin, baby.
That's a good shot. He's straight in on the ball in the corner if he's comfortable bridging over the 11.
No, I don't think that's the right shot at all. I know what you're saying, though. He's dead straight, maybe. From here, he can do anything he wants.
Roll back up through the middle of him. Well, I think he tried to bump it, but he's okay. But remember, he played it at a speed where he didn't land on the top rail.
Right.
If he missed it.
Right. Like you said, that medium speed.
Yeah. You don't want to say, I'm going to guarantee I'm going to hit this ball flat when I come off the back rail.
Exactly. You can't.
You hit any side, you scratch in the side pocket, you miss it, you go all the way up to
tie something else up.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't think he wants to shoot the 1 because that's possibly his break if he doesn't have to.
He's got the 11 as the break.
Is that also?
It's a little low, but he'll take it.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. He didn't get over quite enough.
He'll have that stripe in the side pocket. I think he'll play it. He might want to play it in the corner. It'll give him more of an access to cue the cue ball. When he'll nudge that other stripe down towards the corner pocket, he'll have that one next maybe. Or if he just rolls forward a little bit, he'll have the 9 next.
I think with the angle he has, he'll probably stun it but knock that stripe down.
You could draw under it. Yeah, see?
Yep.
That's that first
and
shot.
He's got another break. He can leave it there now. You shoot the 11.
Yeah.
He has 2 choices, so he can change his mind now. That worked out good.
This is pretty much whatever side you're more comfortable breaking from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He might choose that stripe he just hit because it'll be easier for him to reach.
Yep. We'll see. Depends on his angles, too. You know, this probably lays good to get to the 2. Perfect angle to get back over to the 9.
That might be a good tidbit of information for you younger players out there. If you have 2 choices of a break shot, try and go with the one that's going to make you stretch the least.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying? The one that you're more comfortable bridging over.
And obviously for a right-handed player, it's going to be on, if you're standing behind the rack, it's going to be on the right.
Right, just like he's shooting now.
Yep.
He came up a little short, though,
Yeah,
on the 9. He's going to have to come across the table twice.
At the last minute, he might have said, well, I can't get frozen on the rail because then my angle on the break would have been really steep. Good shot.
He handled that very well.
This is going to be a natural follow shot, it looks like to me. Cue ball is going to hit middle of the rack, but it looks like it's going to hit towards the bottom middle. Oh, Darren's going to take a timeout.
Appleton's at 83. SVB is at 27.
Shouldn't Appleton have 84 though?
Oh, I think they scratched. I think there was a scratch. But I didn't adjust.
No, he scratched on the break.
They each scratched.
You're right. Appleton scratched when he drove back in the corner. Yep.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen. SVB looks like he's asleep in the chair.
Yeah. I'm sure he's thinking about that shot like, man, I hit it hard. How did that happen?
Right. Well,
just wasn't the perfect plan. That's all it comes down to.
Exactly.
He had other options.
Yeah. There was no need for him to do that.
Yep. It could have worked out good for him, but unfortunately it didn't.
Low percentage shot, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as we're taking this break, we'll take a quick time out to get our sponsors in here. Dragon Promotions, which is Charlie Williams, that obviously puts on this wonderful world tournament. We got Aramith billiard balls. Anybody that knows anything about pool and billiards in general knows about Aramith. We got how do you say this?
Excelsior Graphics.
Excelsior Graphics. Thank you, Fingers.
Absolutely.
Oh, Darren's back quick.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see him get back to the table.
Sorry about that, guys. We're going to go back to the screen.
Get back to the right screen here.
He obviously shot the break shot and drawed it. Didn't follow it like I expected. And he didn't get too much of disperse. He's got to have the 13.
He's going to play 1 or 2 rails now off the 13 to get to the 9 in the side.
Right. If naturally, it takes you right there.
If he gets a little high on the 9 in the side, he'll have a perfect angle to come back into him.
Yep.
And he'll have his 15 as insurance.
And if he hits it really bad and goes above him, he still can make him down in the corner.
He can make him down the corner, right. That's the perfect shot. That is the shot right here.
He might draw into the 8, too.
Wow.
There you go.
A little chancy, I think.
Well, it was, but, I mean, because of the angle helping him come through, it almost was very hard to stick on the 1 and 8. Momentum, you know.
He's got a pretty good shot here. He can just stun this forward and get an angle on the 8 to go back into the 1, 2, and 5.
Yep,
hold it there. He'll have the 4.
That's the correct shot.
I think he overstroked it.
Yeah, he did.
Well, he might play the 4 right here.
You got to be careful. If you shoot the 4 and you draw, and you glance those balls, you go up table.
See, you just put a follow stroke on this.
Yeah, or you just maybe bump out the 7 and 3, to the side rail, stun it. You got the 8.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't have to hit this hard.
You don't have to get them all out right now. That's the key.
Exactly. Just nudge out. If he hits the 3, he'll hit the 3 first, it looks like. 3 into the 7. Break that up a little bit. He'll have the 8.
Yeah, I like that. He could even just kind of roll and bump them out of some. There you go.
Perfect.
Break them loose. Find yourself an angle later.
Yeah, a little unfortunate. A little unfortunate that they came back together a little bit. I think he hit that a little too hard, but.
Yeah, because he would have been straight on 3 on the side if it
Yeah,
didn't come back
exactly.
close.
Well, it worked. Now he's got a couple of choices still. He can play the 8 and draw back a little bit. He can cut the 14 in and go up table. Then he'll have the 7, and then he'll be able to get back in there maybe. And if he gets straight in on the 7, he'll have the 15. He's got a lot of options right now. You know, I don't like taking the 8 out right now. I think he can leave the 8 because if he has to, he can get under it to go back up into it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Break some of the stuff up.
Well, if he feels comfortable rolling the 14 ball in, that's okay. Roll back near where the cue ball is, but kind of where in the line of where the 3, because then you have the 8 or the 6 on the opposite side.
I kind of like him drawing this above the 7.
Yeah, but you don't want to go too far.
No,
you can't make
true.
the 7.
But again, it's almost like a stop shot. You know what I'm saying? It's a medium stroke.
Got a small window though, but he can go that way. Because if you come short, I don't know if you have a shot. If you go long, you may not have a shot.
This might be one of those shots where you go 3 rails off the 14. Because then he'll have the 6.
I can't tell what angle he's taking off of the 8.
That worked. But he's almost where he started
That's
from.
right.
I'm going to have to take a bathroom break, guys. I'll be back in a minute.
All right, look, he's going to step out. And again, he's going to have that shot on the 14. If he can get in there with the bridge, you know, comfortable enough with the bridge, he might be able to stroke the ball and go 3 rails. He'll have the 6. If he wants to maybe come forward. Yeah, see, all right, that was the original shot I figured he would take. Because now he can roll the 7 in or even stop and have the 15 or the 9. Better yet, if he can just roll forward like an inch, like stun it forward an inch, you can have the 9 ball with the chance to go into the 11 to break him up. He'll have the 15 next. But, you know, he's got a lot of options from here, really. Even though he's only got like 1 shot, he's got a few different things he can do. That works too. He can roll forward on the 9 and play the 6. To go into him, he'll have the 15, and the 3 is going to be his break shot. That's my prediction, and I'm sticking with it. Yeah, he doesn't really have to hit this hard at all. He just wants to get a little separation between those 4 balls. The 1's going to come out, the 2 will come down, table a little bit. Or if he hits the 11 full, he'll push the 5 down table, the 1 will come out, and he'll have plenty of options. With the 15 there, that's his insurance ball.
Excuse your interruption. If you have cars across the street at PC Richards,
He's going for an extension because he's got to reach.
before you get towed or locked in. Thank you.
That worked. He really didn't get quite the spread he was looking for. Unfortunately, I kind of thought he would have got a little bit more separation between all 4 balls. But he can play the 15 now, maybe come up and down table, try and get an angle on the 11 or the 2 to go into him. Or if he comes down table far enough, he gets a shot on the 2. It looks like the 1 and 5 both go in the upper right-hand corner pocket. Or possibly the side pocket for the 1. He might even be able to see the 11 right now. If he can draw it above the 1, he might have the 5 in the opposite corner pocket. That's a good shot, too. Yeah, he's looking to see if the 1 or the 5. Looks like he's looking to play the 5 up table. He ended up perfect right there. Stop this, just draw it back a little bit, so he's got a shot on the 11.
Is he playing a 5?
Yep.
Okay. Caught the rail a hair, but it was at a slow speed, so he was fine.
That's perfect on the 1 to go 2 rails.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it.
Trying to get right back where he is now almost.
If you lay over on the right rail and you have an angle towards the bottom underneath the rack, sometimes it's hard to spin back up for your break shot. So you want to get to a natural angle. You know, that angle he had on the 1 is a natural shot for many 9-ball games, because you get to that angle and you follow and come back out. So it's a common shot. So does that put Appleton on a 28 ball run, I believe?
27. 20, no, so yeah, he was at 69, so.
All right,
that's
28.
28.
Yeah.
So we had a 5 rack together, and now he has 2 so far.
And he's still going. You know, there's a good chance for him to get out.
Yep.
He's going to put a lot more pressure on Shane.
Now see this one, because you don't have a lot of angle, back angle. These are the ones you kind of want to stun into the rack. Because if you follow it, you can glance down, because you can't get enough momentum through the whole rack.
Right.
So this is going to be a stun, go into the 11 ball.
There's a little help.
Might have the 1.
Little help.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Well, I think he's got it.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a lot more upset if he didn't have that 1. He can play the 1 and then cut. Looks like it's the 4 ball, and maybe go back into him.
Yeah, that's where it's important with those shots, when you get that straight on 45-degree angle and you're going into the top, that you really should look at it and make sure you're glancing the top of the 11. Or the other ball on the other side is good too. But it really feels great when you can land that ball in the side pocket and not be frozen.
Right.
See, now this, compared to Shane's, is a little bit... See, but these balls are loose, so a lot of bad things can happen too.
As long as he doesn't hit the 10, he could be good. If that's the 10 or the 14.
Yeah.
Might be
and
14.
as long as he don't hit the left side of the 9, because it stays down table. The best spot he can hit, obviously, is the right side of the 9 or the 8.
Yeah, well,
you know, that would be perfect if he can get
13.
it in there. He's looking at the combo, too.
That's the 13 he's looking.
I'm
you were
sorry.
talking. That's
Yeah,
okay.
the 13.
Yeah, he's looking at the 4-ball combination, which we really haven't had a 4-ball combination in quite some time.
If not...
Stalev had a 5-ball combination, but...
Right. If he's comfortable cutting the 4-ball in and like maybe sliding past the 6 and getting near where he's at, he could play the 6-ball next too, but you have to hit that shot really good. You could even hit it harder and go up and back down and get to where he's at, and then have the 6-ball as your break.
Right.
Because depending on how steep the cut is, it could be hard to get into the 8 and 9 unless you hit it soft, and then you're not going to get enough movement out of it. You can stick. We'll see what happens. Good thing here is if you're spinning it, use a lot of right so it grips fast off the rail.
There
Perfect.
you go.
Hit it exactly where he needed to hit.
Yes. He does that a lot. You ever notice that? He hits it right where he needs to hit it.
Yeah, it seems like he's got automatic shift on his back end of his cue. Let's go to shoot the 12 ball. Now he's just looking be really good if you go to middle table now and then shoot the 6 left and finish breaking them up because you got the 9 and the 11 in the side as savers.
Right.
That would be the shot. I don't like stretching for this when you got an easy shot.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, I know he's jacked up a hair over the rack, but
no, even if he plays the 11 now,
it takes you to the ball. There he goes. He's looking at the 6 now.
Yeah, if he gets something, he might be playing this 2 rails.
He still has to shoot the 12 though. Jack up. Be prepared. Know what English you're doing and just roll it in and come.
I like the 11.
Come with it. He could play the 11.
A little bit of a high left and come straight off the end rail for the 6. Like you were saying before, I mean, that'll be his insurance ball.
Or even a middle left and come 2 rails towards it.
Yeah, he had enough angle he can just go into it like that.
Yep. And then you don't have to judge coming back down perfectly.
True. He's got a lot less of an angle now, though. He can roll his forward and get on to 13 to go into him.
The only thing was, taking the 11, it took away one of his insurance balls.
Yeah.
If things get tied up. But
see, I like the way I called it a little bit because he's guaranteed an angle. This way, now he doesn't have the greatest angle.
How about shooting a 12, going underneath the 13, and coming back towards the middle? Then you have the 9 or the 6, and maybe a better angle on the 6.
That's a good choice. A good choice.
Because it looks like he can get past the 13 naturally.
Yeah, I don't think he likes where he is right here.
Nah, because you can't get enough force into the rack like you said. He's too straight.
Unless, like I said, he rolls it down a little bit and gets angle on either the 14 or the 13.
Uh-huh.
You can go into him again from there.
Hey, he's going to shoot the 12. He just saw it, so that's good.
As long as he don't hit the 13.
Just a little bit of middle left. Just let it go where it's going.
Yep. Yeah, wants to go that way. Let it go that way.
Yep.
He just don't want to be jacked up over the 10.
Oh, man. Oh, well. He's got the 9, though.
Yeah, but can he get into him with the 9?
Nah, I don't think you go into him. You just try to get a better angle on the 6.
Either that or if he plays the 9, he can go forward with a little bit inside spin and just get underneath the 13 to go into him.
Right. Or he might have the angle where he can just follow straight down to the first diamond, and then he's perfect, like you're saying.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Back cut the 13 and go straight through.
Yeah, and go right into him.
Let's see what he does. Oh, he's stunned over to this side.
Yeah, now he's got that stripe. You can go right into him. If he sticks, he's got the 13.
That works.
You almost got to play this with like a center ball, almost even a little draw off the 7 ball into the 6.
You can follow through it too, because they're all going to push, and then the cue ball will go with it. Well, either way works.
Yep. He's got 1 rail now. He can come up for the 8. Get that out of the way, and then the 5-7 go. Yep. 5 might even go on the side. I think it's a 5 or the 3. Looks like the 5.
5 ball.
He's up table now. You might as well get the 2 out of the way. Get those 2 up table out of the way.
Well, he landed real good. I don't know if he wants to leave the 6, but if you shot the 6 now, you can get the 5 out, and then those are cleared out. You may leave the 15 as the break.
Right.
He may not have been planning that, but sometimes you got to look and just see, and then it becomes easier.
You got to adjust. You got to adjust your game plan.
Oh, yeah, straight pull is a lot of adjusting. Understanding the patterns, the angles that you're comfortable with as a person.
Right.
And then reading it.
Yeah.
And going with the flow.
Typically, you got your A plan and your B plan, your backup plan.
Yep.
But you also got to have a plan C.
Yeah, because you're never going to be perfect position every time.
And there's always something that could come up that's going to screw you from your secondary plan. Something could happen. Now you can't do that. You got to have a plan 3.
Well, he might. He's taking a deep breath. He might have an angle where he can't roll forward.
He's going to nudge the 7.
Yeah, nudge it, but draw with it a little bit.
Pop it out.
Yeah.
Past the 7.
Yep.
Past the 8, and then shoot the 8 next.
In the same hole.
Yes.
Yep. And the 7 can go wherever it wants down here.
He'll get on that from the 8. And then he'll go up table and play those 2 shots up table and get on the 15 that way.
That's exactly what he's doing. Look at this.
Ooh.
Oh, it was dead straight.
He didn't have to hit that, yeah. It's still good, too.
Well, he didn't like just rolling down to the 8 if he was dead straight?
No, either one of these balls now are going to get him to the 15. You know what I'm saying? He can get rid of the 2-up table now and play these 2 balls down here, and either one, he'll have no problem getting on a 15.
As long as he gets down past the side near the 15 ball, with a good angle to get those to the right corner.
Right, so he doesn't have to go into the other one. Either one, if he hits the 7, he don't need to go into the 8.
No.
Either way, it shouldn't be too difficult for Darren.
Perfect angle to come 2 rails
High
right
ball.
towards it.
Yep, and come right at him. Come right at the 15. I think you plan to come just inside the 15. Not even inside the 15. Just hit it far enough to get past the side pocket.
Well, no, you go 2 rails naturally. Go above the side and come towards it. Just like that. Because then you're coming into the angle instead of...
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. If you came and hit it too hard, you're laying behind the 15 possibly.
Yep. You can just stun the 7, come up towards the side pocket and play 2 rails off the 8.
Yep.
I don't like playing 1 rail off the 8 because you got to get too much inside English. You know what I'm saying? To cross that line of the 15.
True. Unless he can follow
you can
with
play
a little bit of inside on the 7 and leave an angle. Nope, he just left it where he can go straight back up. You can even follow 2 rails underneath it here too.
That's kind of risky because you got a lot of spin on it. When you come off that second rail, it's easy to go too far.
Well, it depends on your angle, how much spin. If he's got a slight angle, you can just hit it with high and the tip of right and just send it right through.
That's what he's looking now. He tried to figure out where he's going to hit that end rail and what kind of spin he needs on it.
Yeah, if the angle's not steep, your spin doesn't have to be that much because you just use more high. See how it released with the high?
Right.
Yep.
What's he got?
111?
I believe. All right. I don't even see Shane in the arena.
Yeah, I think he's sitting somewhere else.
You don't want to be a.
Here's the perfect angle for straight pull. You follow right through this.
Again, to me, this is a little.
No, it's not.
Steep.
Trust me.
It's a little steep.
It's not as steep as you think. If
No,
you shot this more,
not.
and because it's so close,
right? I'd be more comfortable.
You
with
can
it.
actually picture. I like to do this sometimes, making the cut shot and acting like I'm scratching in the other corner.
Right.
Go right to it. Good shot.
Did he get
He's
rewarded?
stuck towards the middle a good bit, but
He's got the 2. He's got the 12 too. He's a little jacked up, but
12. He might have the 10 up in the corner too, a little jacked up. But if it's straight in, that's not a bad shot.
he's going to have the 2 ball.
Yeah.
Even if he runs into the 3, he's fine. You know what I'm saying? He'll have the 8. He'll have the 10 maybe in the side, past the 12.
Yeah,
He'll have the 11.
Oh yeah, that's a 5. But if it's
Go to 5. Yeah, if he
it
hits
could be
that.
it could be a pretty tough cut. Let me stand up and see. Yeah, it's not simple. So if he shot at the cue ball, could get loose bumping the 5. We'll see. It's easier than being jacked up, of course, on the 10.
I like the 12. Let him roll the 12, and he's got the 7 up there.
Well, he's jacked up on that too.
Yeah, but he's got a little bit of an angle between the. It looks like the 2 and the 1. You know what I'm saying? He's got a little room to get the cue in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost a straight-in shot. Doesn't need to do anything with the ball. Yeah, he's going to play the 2. Well,
Gotta be careful. If he hits the top
Yeah.
of the 5, it goes up towards
he
the
wants
corner.
to play the 2, but I don't think he's gonna. He's gonna play the 12.
See, now these, it's not bad if you can cut it in. Use straight low with it. and then when it hits the 5, it slows down.
Yeah, just roll the 12 in.
Yep.
Good shot. Good shot. Now we can come out either above the 8, you know, and play the 5 or the 11.
Yep.
Or the 14.
Yeah, you want to come over there just in case you choose to do either one. Just don't come up short. That's the worst thing that can happen here.
Well, he really can't even come up short. He can play the 14 if he comes up short. You know what I'm saying?
Right there.
A 14 might not be bad either. You can roll that in, get an angle on the 6 to kind of go back up into him a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know if we want to get into him yet.
No, yeah. But
because the 2 ball goes past the 1, it looks like.
Right.
If you can clear some balls out and then leave that to bump out the 4-9, it could work out better. We'll see.
He can play the 11 and come down for the 3 next.
Yep. Or you can play the 11 or 5, stop, shoot the 8, clear out some of the balls up top. That could work out good. If he can do a stop shot on 11 and shoot the 8 next on the side.
He might have the 9 in the bottom left, too, without touching anything.
Yep.
That might go. 6 might go. 6 goes. 2 ball, rather. Looks like it goes past
yeah,
the
the
1.
2 goes, but he's got to get the 8 and the 10 clear up top.
Or if he plays the 14, he can go play the 2 and go into the 3. Go into the 5, rather.
He's going to shoot the 5.
He's going to draw into the 10.
That's a good shot.
Well, now he's got
perfect.
He's got the 11 to break all that stuff up. At the
Well, you
very
can shoot the 2 now.
Well, you could do that too. Yeah, that works.
Do the same kind of shot, draw off of it. And you got the 8 in the side, the 2 stripes. Because I don't think you want to follow through it, because the balls can come down and bump together. Looks like the 9 ball goes too.
Yeah,
like you said.
If he's got the 9, well, he can play the 6 and get on the 9. Or you can play the 9 first and go through him. He'll have
This is
he'll
going to
have
be
the
a
13.
stun with right, and it's going to glance off the 4. Yep. It's always a good thing if you can come and just land up there on the other side.
Right. That wasn't too bad.
Even though he didn't get them completely apart, at least they're out in the open.
Yeah, he's got no problems. He's got the 10. I think he comes forward on the 10. He can play the 6 or the 3 next. And he can work his way over to get the 1 ball out of there. See, now it looks like he's got good angle on the 6 to just come forward and get the 1 out next.
Yep.
That opens the pocket up for everything.
He can even bump the 2 if he wanted to, because he's got the 4 and 8 in the side. All right, how about this? Just pinch him back a little bit. You have the 3, and if you come near the 2, you can have the 4 in the side. And then
Yeah.
you can get above them.
I think he just stops it right here. He doesn't need to do anything. He's going to have angle on the 3 to go up table.
Right, right.
It almost looks like the 4, 8, 2, and 11 go in his pocket.
Yeah, definitely the 4. I don't think the 8 does, but definitely the 4. So if you come short, you shoot the 4. If you go
Right.
long, you shoot the 11.
Yep. Either way, he's going to preserve one of those 2 as his break shot.
Yep.
And he's really going to start turning the heat up on Shane. Now, he can play the 4 right here and push the 8 up towards the side pocket as a better key ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's something John Schmidt works at a lot. He likes to, manufacture a better break shot, better key ball. Simple enough to do.
Yep. Well, it's not a bad thing, actually, to bump a ball easy, because it separates you away from it.
Right. He's not going to be tied up by it.
Yep.
And like I said, it'll go up towards the side pocket. He's not going to hit it too hard. And that'll give him a much better key ball, which he doesn't like. He might have just a bit too much angle. Now he can play the 4-8, however he wants to do it, 11-2.
Yeah.
That's going to be the shot, though, 4-8, 2-11. I think he plays the 11, and a 2 ball is going to be his break shot.
I got a feeling this is going to get even uglier for SVB.
It's all right. You know what, also, this might take the pressure off of Shane. He's thinking, well, you know what, second place is fine for me. right? Maybe. You never know. And then if Appleton misses, he might get up relaxed, nice and calm, and say, hey, I got a chance now.
Yeah, but it's hard to be relaxed when you're down by 100 balls. You might be relaxed for 2 racks when you get to 28, and then you're going to go, oh, man, I still need 70.
Well, we'll see what he
Well,
does.
let's go back to his last turn at the table when, he had this run laid on him, and he gets up and flails away and scratches immediately.
Right.
I know I try to do this when I'm down. Let me get it all back at once, right? You think that was, yeah.
True. He was trying to get that whole rack real fast and then get going after the next one. Sometimes you just got to pick through them and keep it moving, stay in a good pace like Appleton's doing.
Well, what I like to think like that is you can't win with one stroke, but you sure can lose.
Yeah.
That's the
with
truth.
one.
Okay, 125. And a 200 game.
Yep, to 27, so he's almost up 100.
We might actually be out of here before Sunday.
Yeah, possibly. It's definitely been a long day. I knew that.
A long day.
You guys have got stuck in this booth before. You shouldn't say anything.
Come on, Appleton, close it out.
I think this chair cushion is a permanent replica of my arse.
You could make plaster casts and sell them as souvenirs of Mike Finger's fingers.
My butt groove.
This is a natural high ball. Make sure you get the high, so if you glance it, you go down to the bottom rail. Oh, he stunned it up.
Yeah, he didn't have any kind of top at all on that, which is, again, it's a good shot. He can hit it firm. Sometimes
you just be careful though. That angle, he easily could have went towards the corner.
I was just going to say, sometimes you can just tell by how you're going to hit him if you're going to come close to scratching or not.
And look at this. He might have doubled up on everything except for
the 9.
9 ball.
That's all you need is that one shot.
Well, true, but when you don't have it, you go, why did I send this cue ball up table?
Yeah,
that's your first thought.
It's always, how did that happen?
Instead of, I took a chance for that to happen. That's what the real thought should be.
Yeah.
Because a lot of straight pull players say that, when you follow through the rack and you disperse them, the cue ball's always down here with them. So there's a lot more angles.
He's going to cut this in the side.
And get to the other stripe.
Yeah, he's got the 12 now. He might go one rail up to 12 and play to 14. And well, he doesn't even have to. He doesn't have to go into him anymore.
Yeah, everything's open, so if you can maneuver around, that's the best way.
What about playing a 3-ball right now?
How about the 15 and then the 14, if you can get to it under the 1? Stop shot. Only if it goes past the 12. But if not, you just get the 12 ball out of the way. I do like coming back a little bit. Right, come up, 14. You can shoot the 5 ball now.
I was just going to say, he's dead straight on the 5. Maybe shoot the 5?
Yep.
Stay there for the 3
or the 7. You don't really have to because the 7's easy in the side pocket, I believe.
Right.
Later.
7 might go by the 3 also. But I think you do play the 5 because then you get the 3 out of there.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're going to have a steep angle on the 3. And the cue's going to have to travel a little bit. 61. You hit that one kind of rough, huh?
Yeah.
That was kind of far up the rail.
Nice speed. And he didn't jab it, so I'm guessing sometimes when the ball hits the rail, it actually gains topspin.
Right.
So it helps it go in. When you jab it, sometimes it can hit and just bounce off.
62.
I like playing the 11 here and coming one rail up between everything. Or the 14 to draw back and then play the 11 ball one rail up. This way he's got every other shot. You know what I'm saying? He'll be wide open on everything.
He could play the. Did you say the 13 and come up in between them?
Yep.
Yeah. That's the right shot. Especially if the 4 ball goes.
Yeah, it looks like it does. If he doesn't come up far enough, he's got the 9, he's got the 14. But he's going to play the 14 now. That's fine, too. You can even play the 2 on the side now if he wants. I mean, he's got a ton of choices here.
I think he'll find the 13 if he just takes a little bit more time.
He's going to play the 14. No, he's playing the 13, it looks like.
He chose to come back, which is okay. You can bump the 4.
He's got to bump the 1. If he hits the 4, he'd be doubled up on the 1-9. Hits the 1, opens it up, plays the 9 right now.
He would have liked to hit it a little bit farther, but the 1 could be a break.
Yeah, well, I think he draws this a little bit. He draws this kind of towards the 1 ball. Doesn't have to go up and hit it really, but he'll have the 15 next. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And if he goes past it a hair, he has the 2 on
He's
the side.
got the 2, or maybe he'll have the 8. You know, if he goes past the 1. Or he'll still have the 15.
Right.
See, that worked out real well.
Yeah.
He's dead straight on the 2, maybe. Maybe he played a 2 now. I'd be perfect on the 6.
He hasn't walked around there yet, so probably doesn't see that. But the 4 ball goes, he's okay.
He's going to nudge the 6. He just got to watch out he doesn't tie the 6 and 7 up.
Yeah, he hit it harder just in case.
Right, right. Sometimes you know it's going in that angle. You hit it firmer just to make sure you get separation.
So a lot of players won't see that because they'll be like, oh, I got to get straight on the 2 on the side.
Right.
Well, maybe that's not your key because you got the stripe down here that you can shoot 2.
Yeah, I think he played a 15, 7, 6, 2. Yeah, he didn't get angle. He didn't get good angle on the 7.
He's okay, though. He can shoot the 2 and go up above him.
There's
no problems. It's harder to get to the break ball, but still.
I like drawing his back off the 2 for the 7 and the side.
Well, what if you don't get back far enough, though?
Well, if he's got straight in almost on the 2, it's going to be kind of hard to him to get on the 7.
He's asking him to clean the ball. Maybe he had a slight skid there.
That's possible.
Or maybe it gripped the ball.
Right.
So.
Hey, I'm going to give a quick shout out to my guys at Wild Eyes Creations.
There you go.
They make excellent products.
Yeah, they make cue holders, right?
Cue holders. They make
coin holders, all kinds of stuff.
Well, yeah, for bar leagues, coin op tables, and cue chalkers and pocket chalkers and T-shirts and stuff. Excellent products. WildEyesCreations.com. Tell them Finger sent you.
There you go. I'd like to say a quick shout out again to Peter Burris and Michael Frank for helping sponsor me in this event, and also my normal sponsors and Focused Apparel, Lucasi Hybrid, Blackheart Tips, and Q-Pod Chalk Holder. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the support.
Yeah. Thanks for supporting them. All right, see, now he just rolls the 7 in a little bit, gets a small angle on the 6. And now he's golden. Draw it up a little bit above the side pocket.
He could go straight across and go under because it leaves him a steep angle, which you need on this next break shot.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with that. I kind of like drawing this above the side because this way if you do come straight across or if you hit it far enough, you're guaranteed not to scratch if you're above the side pocket.
If you leave yourself long, though, it makes the break shot tougher.
True.
They're hard enough. They're hard enough already. So the closer you can stay to them.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I agree with you there.
I mean, I know it is tougher to judge underneath the side, but a lot of times if you don't add low English and you just middle ball, a tip of low maybe.
Right.
Judge your speed across and just, it's almost like a stun shot
right.
because the rail helps you go across after the stun.
Right, and you can get the same kind of reaction with low instead of side spin, instead of right.
Right, because you already have the angle.
Exactly.
Yep.
The right might have a tendency to bring it towards that side pocket, and that's why I was saying play it above the side so you know you're not going to scratch.
Yep.
But you can get that same effect with just a low ball without having to worry about coming up too high for that side pocket.
And well, Appleton took a break. Let's flash in a couple of our sponsors of the event. We got Pool and Billiard Magazine, OBQs, of course the cloth we're playing on, that's Andy Billiard Cloth.
Yeah, I hit some balls on that before. on one of the tables, and it plays around really nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Plays pretty good, you know.
Of course, we have Dragon Promotions, the promoter of the event, Charlie Williams, and Aramith Billiard Balls.
Okay, Sean has returned closer to the playing area. He's been walking around the room in the darkness,
collecting his
stuff
stuff
for the past 5 racks.
Right, Shane is all he can do is hope now to get back to the table. And of course, we like to thank the staff in the pool room that hosts this event, Manny and Steinway Billiards. They also had the Steinway Classic the weekend before this started, which was also a great event. We really appreciate you guys hosting all these players for the last 8 days, I believe.
Yeah, you had a good event then, right?
Yeah, I did. I got
third
place in the Steinway Classic, which was 10 ball. I had a couple matches where I struggled and escaped, but that happens in tournaments. But there's also other ones that I played well, so I was happy to get third. It helps out for future events coming up. Traveling can get expensive, and also the 2 matches I lost. I lost to 2 guys that were in the finals, Warren Campco and Dennis Hatch, and they both played great. I was right in the matches. I lost 9-6. The score was 7-6 at one time. They both were up, so I lost both games when they were getting 8, and of course lost the last one. But congratulations to them guys.
Yeah, they got a couple of real good rolls at the end there. I was watching that.
Yeah, things happen. I played safety, and Warren played a good kick on the 1 to make the 10 combo.
Yeah.
And then I got unfortunate on a ball. I broke out to get stuck on the 10 against Dennis. But, that's how it is. I'm really satisfied about third place, though.
Yeah, that works out nice.
The finals would have been nice, but I'm sure, like Max Everly, for instance, he would like to be in this, but I'm sure he's relieved a little bit now. And he goes, you know what, third place, world tournament,
I'll take it.
It feels awesome. So here we are, Darren back at the table, 1 ball, and he's good.
Yeah, he's got the 11. Yeah, if you offered Max third place before the event started, he might have taken it.
Right. That's kind of how I felt after the Steinway. It was a killer of a field here. We had most of all these players, plus maybe 6 to 12 other players that didn't stay for the 10 ball that are the same caliber, so it was a great field.
Right.
All right, he's going to be jacked up over 2 balls. Good thing the 11 ball is not that far from the hole. It should be pretty simple. Go back across.
Yeah, he'll have the 13 next.
Well,
or the 2.
It would have went farther.
I like the 13.
He could have got the 10 ball out.
Well, I like the 13 now. From here, you can play the 13-10 to get angle on the 9 to go back into him maybe.
Depends on if the 13 goes past the 10. It's tight.
Yeah, I believe it does.
Probably does, but it's
you can get angle on the 9 to go 1 rail off the 3 back into him.
Yep.
You can get better angle on the 2 to go into him. He's got a bunch of different things you can do.
I like getting the angle on the 9 to go into the rack because it goes past the 8 if you can. He bumped that too far.
Now, yeah, he's got to change his game plan a little bit.
Yep.
He's got to play the 9.
Did he bump it too far to cut it? He could cut this in and go right into him too right now because you can't really scratch off of anything.
Well, chances are he won't. There's a lot of...
Well, you'd have to hit the left side of the 15 and go up table. That's the only way you can scratch.
Well,
you go right towards the 3 and the 5.
No, he can come off with 1 or 2 different balls and then scratch. But I know what you're saying, though. The way they're laid out, typically there's no scratch involved here.
Well, they only scratches off the 15. That's the only way.
Well, you'd be surprised. How weird stuff happens, right?
It's impossible with the massive balls. I get what you're saying, but you can't hit the 5 and glance off the 3 because you're going through them.
No, but you can hit the 5, maybe go up the top of the 3 and go into the side, or come cross side, table if you got spin on it, and a lot of strange things can happen that way.
You're out of your mind, Mike. He ain't gonna hit that hard.
He's got a real thin cut if he's gonna play that.
Holy crow! They're starting to. Our 2 expert commentators are starting to call names. You're out of your mind.
Well, hey, sometimes it pay. You got to remember, I am a painter. Painters are supposed to be a little crazy.
Must be the must be the fumes.
It must be the paint fumes.
Well, he's just gonna forget about that cut and shoot the 9 ball.
Yeah, see, there was no way he was gonna do that. He just might not have had the angle on it.
Okay, how about playing the 10, slide up the rail, get an angle on the 12, and go into him? Can you do that?
The 14.
I'm sorry, the 14.
That's all right.
I just chose to get the 8-ball out of the way first. Come around, maybe get an angle on the 3 or go up and get an angle on the 2.
You can go into
or
him
the-
right now.
or the stripe. Nah, there's no insurance.
Well, true.
Say with the 3 with the angle, the cue ball goes with them.
I don't like this, though, with the 3.
Well, you got to follow through the rack. You can't draw off
He's
of it.
going to glance off the top of the rack. He's going to glance off that stripe and go up table.
No, he's hitting the stripe pretty full.
No,
he's going to go with them.
He's going to glance and go up
So you
table.
go
I
right
think.
towards the other side pocket.
See?
Wow, man, you can see the angle a little bit better. You got a better perspective? What's going on here?
That's just natural talent, son.
Huh. Well, he didn't go too far. I like the speed he played it at.
Exactly.
Since you and him both knew he was going up table.
Yeah, I knew it before he did,
could play
though.
the stripe down here, too, but the 7-ball, if it's straight in, he's fine. This is the longest shot he's shot in a while, though.
I was going to say, that's a long shot for him right there, but he accomplished what he needed to accomplish.
It'd be really nice if the 12-ball goes. Shoot the 6, stop the 10.
6, 14, 12.
12, bump the 4 a little bit out.
Yeah,
and
and
you're
be
good.
off. Yep. That's a good pattern right there. I think I'll go with that one.
It's a good thing I got it first.
I'll allow it.
I got to get even somehow. You just got me earlier in the rack.
Well, you got to catch up.
What if I prefer mustard and I don't want ketchup?
Well, then you might need therapy, my friend. And he calls me crazy.
Yeah.
No, I like mustard
Well, he's got
myself.
an angle now, so he's going to have to run into the 4 and 12.
Does the 12 go? It might. If it doesn't, I think he plays the 5 right now. Have to play the 5.
Or
if
you
the
can
12
play the
don't go.
15 and just come up towards the side and shoot the 4 next.
Plays the 5, comes 2 rails.
Gotta get up, gotta get up. He's all right.
Yeah, he's okay. But I like your shot from here, though. He plays the 15 to get on the 8. He kind of draws it. Or if he stuns it past the 2.
Yep, gotta miss
one
the
rail.
2.
Yeah, that's key right here.
'Cause you got 2 break balls. He could easily run out from here, couldn't he?
Yeah.
If he gets this rack, it'll put him at 153 balls. Means he'll only be needing 47.
I just saw Shane a minute ago. It looked like he was putting on bowling shoes.
He's nice.
Maybe he's going bowling. He got a little bit.
Yeah, he didn't get straight. So,
Right, he got a little bit off angle. He might be able to pinch this and take what he gets on the 12.
Well, you either pinch it. If you have a slight angle, though, you just naturally follow down to the bottom rail and come straight back up.
Yeah, if he's got an angle, absolutely.
Yep.
And then you just do you do what you want here? Forward or stop shot, drift up towards the side pocket?
Yeah, you just drift, stop with a little bit of right.
Yep.
Just have it slide right over.
He's definitely looking good value for here, folks.
Yep. I lost track of how many racks it's in a row. I think he might be
No,
back
it's,
up to 70 again, is he?
Hey, you know what?
70 or 84 possibly?
84, 6 racks.
He's definitely putting the heat on Shane.
Yeah, because he had 69. You're correct.
Well, you know what else? This might be taking the heat off of Shane because now he's got that give-up stroke. You know what I mean? It's almost like he doesn't. He can't lose. He's got to.
He only had one chance at the give-up stroke, and we saw it from behind the line.
That's true. But you understand what I'm saying, though.
Yeah,
You know
of
what I mean? All the pressure could be gone. You know, it's tough to lead when you're in the front, and it's tough to lead to get back to lead from the back. But if you have that give-up stroke, like it doesn't matter. You know.
So this
I'm just going to give up and shoot lights
This
out.
break shot's natural for high because he's going to hit the 7, bottom of the 7, go right through it. Boom. Those ones work so good. When you're hitting the second ball down or the corner ball.
Does he have the 13?
I hope so.
So does he. Because if he doesn't, he's in trouble.
Yeah, see, he hit it good, but not quite.
He might have the 6. If he doesn't have the 13, he might have the 6. You know what I'm saying? See it?
6 ball where?
Top of the stack.
Yeah, that's tough from where
Well,
he's at.
true, but if he... That's all he's got. He ain't playing the 7.
He's got the 13.
Yeah.
Stop it. Got the 9 ball next.
Yep, done deal. And move on.
I don't even like going back into him because the 7 ball goes, you get above it. The 6 ball goes, it bumps out the 5. So don't chance going into him again until you get above him.
Yeah.
Come off the rail, give yourself an angle on the 8 to go back up.
Well,
he went into him. I mean, the 8 was okay saving. He couldn't get in a lot of trouble, I guess, but he didn't really have to hit him from behind.
Now, how does he get up for that? Looks like it's a 310 or 314.
If he leaves this up, say he was up 6 inches more, up above the 1, with an angle on the 4 on the side.
To go one rail.
To follow one rail and bump him because you have the other stripe in the opposite side.
Right. You hit that with a little bit of pace to get separation.
Yep.
After you hit him, and then you'll probably end up with one of those 2 shots, or at least he's going to have the 1 or the 15.
Yeah, so he's looking at it now.
If he can get in there. But how do you get in there, though?
Well,
you go in there off the 8?
I'm surprised he's using the bridge here because he can make the 8 ball.
Yeah. But he wants to get the 11 out because the 5 goes past. Both of those balls will go past once the 6 comes out.
I don't think the 5 ball goes. The 6 does, though.
Well, yeah, the 6 will go, but once the 6 is gone, the other 2 will go right in there. He might make the 5
right
without moving the 6, but...
So how about just taking the natural angle? If the 4 ball goes past the stripe, play it in the side. If you go too far, you got the stripe in the side. He pinched it underneath. That's okay.
Yeah, he came a little too far. Came a little too far to break it up the way you were saying, but...
Well, you shoot the 1 ball now and get the angle. No, that's your break ball, so...
He's got to draw back. He's got to draw back off this ball to get on the 6. He's got to take care of that little cluster right there.
So you're saying he's going to shoot the stripe?
No, I think he's going to shoot the 14, or the 4 rather. He's going to draw back off the 4 to get on the 6.
Yeah, but he needs that to break the balls out.
Well, no, I mean, he can still get into him with other by other means, but he's got to break.
How about shooting a stripe and pinch back a little bit so you get that angle to break them out? You're still taking a chance, but
you're taking away your
when you
safety
bump them,
shot.
you still have the 1, I guess. If not, you have to shoot the 1, get rid of your break ball, and create one later in order to break those out.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, in order for him to preserve the 1, he's got to shoot the 6 next.
How about if he's really straight on the 4, can't you just roll right into him?
I don't think he's got that angle. I think he's going to come down.
He can't roll into the 3 and the straight?
No, I think he's coming down.
Okay, he's coming the other way.
Yeah, so he's got the wrong angle. He might be able to get the 5 out of there now. If he gets the 5 out of there.
I don't think that goes.
He can play off the was it? It looks like the 15 in the center of the table.
How about this?
He
He's
come
playing
1 or
it
2
in
rails.
the side and spinning over to these balls right now.
I kind of like that.
Good shot.
There you go. 14 is open. You can just stop there and stay on the 3.
Yep. Just make sure you're not too close to the 3 where you possibly fouling the ball.
If that's the case, you can roll forward a little bit and play the 3 in the upper corner, upper left-hand corner.
Oh, he had a good angle to get away from it. Now, follow over to the 7 if you're straight. If you're not, you follow near the 7 and
play the
shoot
6.
the 6 next.
Yeah.
Or if you're too much angle, you stun down through the 6 and get to the 8. There you go.
Now he can go one rail to the 7, which will get him on the 6.
Or 3. You can take the natural angle and go around.
Go 3 rails, yeah, that works too. Or
That's
two
probably better.
rails even.
Yeah,
Just
you gotta
2
go
rails.
1, 2, 3, right to it.
Well, he wants to make sure he gets far enough.
Perfect.
There you go. That worked out.
6 ball, and then the other 2 are open.
Yep.
For delivery into the bottom left corner.
Absolutely. He's closing in on 100 balls.
Yep. If we have the score line correct, this will put him at 98 ball run. Finishing off these last 3.
96.
Yep. Got the counter on the sideline. He just said 96.
Is that going to make it a 2-inning game for him? Didn't he run 70?
It was 28-0, Shane.
Right? He ran 70, didn't
Ran 70. He scratched. He drew the ball. He scratched on the break.
Yeah, and Shane missed.
Shane scratched. And he's been at the table ever since.
2 innings to get to a 200.
Hey. You know what you're doing, and you're staying in.
There you go.
Here we go.
Impressive.
Well, if Darren snaps this tournament off, he should have enough money. Nobody has to bring any gifts to his wedding.
Don't let Angie hear you say that.
Oh, jeez. Nah, he's a good guy, and they seem like to be an awesome couple.
How is this, though, for his record in the straight pool? He comes in 3rd, and he comes in 2nd,
Yep.
and then he snaps it off.
It's a great run.
Amazing.
It proves his determination to keep taking the step forward. I really wish I could have beat him in my group stage. Not that I wanted to knock him out of the tournament, but if I would have just beat him, I would have been in the final of 24 and possibly had a chance to go deep.
Yeah.
But good for him.
I'm sure he'll send you a thank you card.
He better. Yeah, see, I like he keeps getting that perfect angle where he can follow off the rack.
Right. Now, he kind of stunned that. He didn't really play with a high ball.
Well,
you notice because it kind of died off the end rail.
Yeah,
you know
but that
saying?
could be how it caught the rack. It could catch and slow down. Sometimes that's misleading.
Yeah, typically it catches me and shoots me way up table, 2 rails, I'm gone.
Well, it could have caught a ball fast and added speed to yours. There's a lot of things that can happen. Because he could have stunned it and maybe just a tip of high. I see what you're saying.
You know
and
what I mean?
And not stroke all the way through it with a high.
Like a punch.
Just a stun punch high.
Yeah.
Which works good in straight pool because you want to, when you hit the rack, you want to glance it fast and then have the cue ball release.
Right. I always end up inside of 2 inches from the top rail.
Yeah.
Almost religiously.
So maybe next time, I'm sure we're going to hit some balls tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll do a little experimenting on that. That's probably what it is. It's just you're probably hitting the right spot where you're thinking. Just you need a slightly different stroke.
Yeah, absolutely.
Through the rack.
Yeah.
To get the action of the cue ball and the movement.
Right.
Well, he tied these balls.
Yeah, that's how I was going to interrupt the conversation to say that things got a little messy down there at the bottom rail.
Sure did.
I think he spins this with bottom right, and he really spins it to come underneath the 2 or into the 2 with speed so that he can disperse those with spin. This way, if he goes off the 2 and back into the rail, the spin will throw the cue ball.
If it's straighter, I think he would do that. But I'm not sure if he can get under him.
Oh, yeah. Things got worse.
Wow, yeah. He couldn't get under him.
Well, if the 11 ball
goes right in the side, he can play him right now. Bottom
you
right off the 11?
You want to leave that there because when you run into him later, that can be your insurance.
If you run into him later.
Well, you're going to have to. How about playing the 4?
Get angle on a 7 to come down and hit him?
Well, you can play the 6 on the side and then come down and try to find an angle to get into him.
Well, if he plays the 6 on the side, he can almost stop right there and have a cut angle on that bottom stripe to go into him. You know what I'm saying? If he tries to get a little closer,
Yeah.
looks like between the 15 and 5. That'll give him the perfect angle to hit those 3 on the bottom rail.
How about going right to him right now?
I was just
Can
thinking.
he miss the 5?
I was thinking that he might be able to put a little top on this and go through both of them. The 7 and the 5. That's a little risky though, because if he comes off the 5 funny, you know, he could tie up something else.
He can, but he's got that saver in the side pocket.
No, true, but then he might lose a chance to go into him again.
There we go. He left himself an angle on the 7. You're
Not-
safe rolling into him now.
Yeah, but not much of an angle. Can he get into him?
Yeah, he can get into him.
Yeah, he's going to try and hit him now.
Yeah. About a medium stroke. Go into him and.
There you go.
Oh, wow. Double kissed the 8.
And they
It's
just
the wor-
stayed there.
Yeah, it was the worst place he could hit.
That's okay. He's got angle on that bottom stripe to drop into him.
Yeah, how about play the 5 and then that stripe? Then you can, you can kind of suck into him.
Yeah, if the 5 goes past.
But you got to make sure you don't hit the edge of the, is that the 2? Because you can scratch off of it in the corner.
Right.
You want to try to hit that 8 ball again. Actually, the best place to hit would be in between the 8 and 13.
Yeah.
At the same time. I'm not sure if he can make the 5 past the 14.
I don't think he can. If that's the case, he plays the 14 now, if he can get to the 14.
Yeah. He may not be able to go to either one of them because he's not playing them. So
Yeah.
they're doubled up, obviously. Now he's going to have to take his insurance.
Well, he's also got to get that stripe up table out of there. That's not a bad shot.
Uh-oh, what's he looking at here?
He's looking at that combination, maybe a 3-ball combination.
Yeah, he was looking at it. Actually, you know, can be made from the right-hand side.
Are you serious? The double kiss helped land it straight in?
Look what he's going for.
He might be able to hit the 8 first and then play the 13. He's got no choice. Oh, he's playing the 3-ball combination.
He's shooting a 2 into
to
the
the
rail.
Right.
And
into
out.
the 8.
Oof.
This could get ugly.
Somebody might want to wake Shane up.
The 5, if you don't hit it full, it goes into the bottom rail.
Nice
15.
shot.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Nice
That
shot.
works.
It looks like he can go into the 8.
So who's not on? Oh, that's 4? Oh, okay. Guys,
There you go.
I want to give you a heads up. We ran a little bit over with the match prior to this 5.5 hours. Pay-per-view is set to go offline at 11:15. We just extended it to 1:30. They say that the majority of the people that are on there are probably not going to get kicked off the stream. But if anything should happen, just refresh your page and sign back in.
Right.
They reassured us that you would have no problem. All right, guys.
Sounds good. They ain't got no
Appreciate that.
worries. Dan's
Yeah.
ever run this set out anyways.
Yeah, well, I think so. But just in case.
All
He
right.
only needs a rack and a half.
Yeah.
He overhit that one a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
He overhit that one a lot.
Not a lot of action to come out of this rack. This is the one that he's just got to stun and kind of just pull up past the rack, and hopefully a ball comes down to the bottom right corner. .181. Wait a minute, this is kind of weird. I was born January 27th, 1981. 181.27. How you like that? It's a weird thing when you see numbers that
January 27th.
Yeah.
Me, Sean Wilkie, and Mozart. Isn't that amazing?
You got January 27th? too?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Nice.
And Mozart, I didn't know that. That's great. No wonder I
He
love
couldn't
music.
shoot worth a damn.
What? True.
I heard he couldn't carry a tune either.
No, he could just play one pretty damn good.
Yeah, right?
Now he's going to have to stun this hard. Yeah, I mean,
Well-
you can't really follow because you got a chance of scratching.
Yeah, but if you do follow softly, you might be able to push one ball down.
Yeah, of course, but
You know,
then you have to.
Do you take a chance? you want to give SVB a shot back at the table?
Depends on the angle. I mean, if you stun it,
pound it with a little bit of bottom left, just a
you got
little
to
bit.
get the one ball to bounce towards the corner. Nope, no good.
See?
Yeah, see, I knew that earlier when he had all those nice angles, balls were breaking out easy. But when you get too straight, stuff like this happens.
He got away with it. Now he didn't get away with it. So,
no. Well, I don't know if that was really something that you're expecting to get
Well,
away with.
I got to tell you that Shane is sitting over in the dark, and he's not exactly jumping up or leaning forward.
They have to go wake him up.
Yeah, well, it's.
Yeah.
You see now, like I said, he's going to have that give-up stroke. That might be bad, but
how long ago? He had the one stroke with a scratch, and when did he run that 27 balls? How many hours ago was that?
Yeah. Does a 6-ball go? No way. Did he really get away with this?
It was almost yesterday at this point.
That would be amazing if that goes.
Yeah, I don't see that going.
Because he can thin the left side of the 9.
Yeah.
Hey, can you see it, Gene? Does it go through? 6-9 combo coming towards us.
Well, you know what he does, I think. I think he plays all he has to do is play the 10 off the 5.
Let me get extend. I'm doing a spacewalk here.
He doesn't really have to do. He's looking at it, but I don't know if I like that.
It's close, ain't it?
He's going for it.
The good thing here is because of the angle he's pushing the 9, it kind of helps the 6 go down some.
Yeah, but he's going to have to play this with a high ball to not scratch in the corner.
Yeah, you go naturally around 2, 3, 4 rails, land on the 1 in the same corner. That's all you can do, really.
This would be something if it goes in.
Well, it'd be some kind of luck. That's all it would be.
Well,
that it's lined up.
Lucky that it was lined up, right? But if he can put this down, I don't like it actually.
I think I would go for it. Go have him 181.
Yeah.
I don't see. I mean, he does have an easy safety.
Yeah, you can just play the 10 into the 5 and put the cue right into the stack.
Yep. But you got to be careful that the 5 don't come off the rail.
Yeah, you just did it soft. You don't have to hit that hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this is kind of risky, especially with the 3 ball right there.
Well, Shane has edged closer to the playing area. In fact, he's in the arena now.
He wants to go down there and look, see if it's on.
I don't know. I think you can absolutely throw the 9 ball a little bit low and push the 6 up towards the 4, not towards the corner pocket.
You can if you draw the ball.
Or if you play it with inside.
Following it, it might help it go.
There it goes.
Nice shot.
But what now?
3. He plays the 3 ball kind of softly to go up 2 rails.
I don't know if it's
and hopefully
that's a tough cut.
Well, of course, but that's all he's got. That's all he's got. I don't think he can hit on. He's not going to hit the 13. I don't think.
I do think he's going to hit the 13. He's hitting it so thin.
Well, then he's fine then. If he hits the 13.
If he glances the left side of 13, he can scratch in the corner.
No, I don't think he'll.
Be careful here.
Yeah, I don't think he'll scratch.
See how it went up there?
Now he's got the 1.
Can you see it? He didn't get doubled up?
No.
Well, if he can make it, how about forcing it forward and going around the rack?
I like just playing this with a high ball. Just come 1 rail back up and you can play it. It looks like it's the 4 ball. Or you get on the 3.
Yeah, but you want to hit this with some speed to make sure you make it. Yeah, you come over to the other side.
Nice, you got the 9. That's a good shot. Now he goes 1 rail. I think he goes 1 rail now for the
2.
Is that the 2?
Can he follow? Yeah. Yep.
That's what he's looking.
That's the 4. Sorry.
Is it?
Yep. 2's in the middle of the stack. Here, I actually.
No, it's 8. 8's in the middle of the stack.
Spin it 2 rails.
Yeah, and have angle.
Perfect. Whoa.
Yeah, now if he goes up table, he's got that stripe up table, the 13.
Well, you can go into the balls too.
No, I know, but I'm saying if he just happens to glance off the 14.
Yeah.
Up table, he's going to have that stripe.
Well, it's definitely going to go that way.
Shouldn't hit him too hard though. Doesn't have to hit these too hard. That's it. That's going to be it. Shane looks dejected. He says, oh well. I win next time. I win next time, he says.
Yeah.
He can draw to 12 now and play the 8 next in the same pocket. He's going to go, yeah. That'll open everything up. He might end up with a 131 ball run. I think it's 131.
Yep. He started at 69.
That's right.
It's not a bad way to finish out the set or the match.
Yeah. His breaks ball is the 5 or this.
Yeah, he'll play the 5 as the break, and he'll have the
Obviously.
13 as his key ball.
He could use one of these balls down here as a key ball too if he'd like to, but
He doesn't need to do much with it, so I think that's all he does. That's all he has to do.
he can't really reach this. But it's not a bad shot. Shoot the 14 and just draw back to the rail too. If you don't come far enough, you can shoot the 11. He's just going to stop this and shoot the 11 next.
Yeah, that's all he needs to do.
Or roll down if the 2 ball goes past. That's okay also.
Yeah, I don't think the 2 go. Well, 2 might go. We'll have to see from here, but if it doesn't, I don't think it does. He'll play the 11. He's fine from here. He can draw back a little bit.
Oh. What do you think?
He's
Finger?
out.
What do you think, Fingers? Are we going to get some Taco Bell on the way home?
Oh, my God. Please don't say Taco Bell on the way home.
Why not? You don't want any of that?
I love Taco Bell, but I don't know at this
Pretty
point.
late.
It will be by the time we get to Taco Bell. Although I'd like to thank Darren Appleton for doing his part to make sure that we get out of here at an early hour.
Yeah, absolutely.
At a respectable time tonight.
Finish this thing off. Let's go.
Yeah, roll it forward, baby.
Well,
Soft roll.
I don't think he got far enough.
He's fine. He's fine.
How
Soft roll.
about drawing at 2 rails, come
No.
towards the 13? Well, it's
Just
natural.
soft roll
You
it.
just spin it up. Yeah, but you don't want to go down table.
You don't have to.
He can't hold it.
Sure he can.
No, look at him.
Sure he can.
That's the farthest he can hold it. So
Yeah.
he'd have to go down underneath the 5
No.
and back up.
No.
I like punching it to the middle of the top rail, going 2 rails, have the 13 in the same
He can
side.
drag this. He can drag it.
Same thing.
Isn't it heartwarming our expert commentators can disagree on strategy and come together
Well,
on
you better
plans?
Mark me down for 1, Fingers, because he's going 2 rails to the same side.
And he's going to come up short.
Perfect.
No, he's short. Can he pinch it?
Yeah, he's fine.
All right. Well, I guess that might tie us up.
No, actually, I'm up by a
No,
couple, but
I
I
don't-
haven't been counting.
They
I don't-
can't even agree on the score, folks.
I don't think he
There
got
it
plenty
is.
of angle.
Playing for 5.
I'm going to give a quick shout out to my other sponsor, Q Shark. Kevin Contestable, if you're listening, buddy. He makes
Absolutely.
he makes the world's best tip tool.
I
The
truly
pub-
believe that.
The player's ultimate pocket tool. It's like a 7-in-1 tool. It's virtually indestructible. It does everything it says it's going to do.
Yeah, it's great. It's got a scuffer on it. It's got a burnisher. Got a tip pick.
Yeah.
It's got a scraper if you have a mushroom in your tip that
Yeah.
will not mess up your ferrule. And it's, like you said, indestructible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great, well-developed product.
Oh, yeah, he put a lot of time and development into that. So if you guys go to him, it's Q Shark. www.qshark.com. Tell him Fingers sent you.
And that's Q Shark with a C-U-E.
Yes.
Well,
Here we go. He only needs this
meeting
one. 4
5.
more.
This is a natural stun.
Right to the top of the pack.
Yep. You either hit the ball on the right side Or if you hit it a little bad and you glance to one, you still should be fine.
He should be fine. Just not hit it hard enough
Don't
to come
hit
two
it
rails.
dead full, though. So add a little bit of left English. I
There you
caught
go.
it full.
The spin got him out.
Well,
he's going to have that stripe, it looks
if
like.
the 13 goes, he's just loving this.
Oh, he is.
13,
He's loving it.
12, 6, 3. Good night.
You're going to hear him roar.
There it is.
There you go. Darren Appleton is going to be the Andy Billiard Claw 2014 World Straight Pool Champion in about 2 seconds. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Darren Appleton defeats Shane Van Boning in the finals of the Andy Billiard Claw World 14.1 Championships 2014. I want to thank my buddy Sean Wilkie for being with me in the booth. I want to thank Gene Mann for being with us in the booth. I want to thank Upstate Al and all of our sponsors. Hope you guys enjoyed the production. Stick around. They're going to have the presentation coming up in a minute. But on behalf of everyone that helps put this event together, I want to thank everyone, and I want to thank the people for watching. So hopefully we'll see you guys soon.
Okay, it was great, guys.
131 and out.
Thank
for
you,
the
Upstate Al.
2014 World Straight Pool Championship. Good night.
Right, we're incredible finish again for Mr. Appleton 2 years in a row. He keeps on shocking us on his pool table. Definitely improved it. He goes up by straight pool. Please don't leave yet. Just give us about 7.5 minutes of your time. We do have a closing ceremony. If you can honor the players by remaining here for a few more minutes, we appreciate it. This has been a long time coming for Mr. Appleton, so really appreciate it. You just stick around. So you get this post celebration going on.
Well, there you have it, folks. We want to give a big shout out to Sean Wilkie. Get some Mike Batch, Stubina, Mikey Fingers, Johnny Archer, Gene Mann, Tom Carabasos, and everybody else that sat in. Jeff Conway, Eddie DeLocke, all the commentators that helped us through this whole event.
We'll get this going here in just a second.
As you see Manny, the owner, with Shane.
After the closing ceremony, the ending will be please stick around for this, the national anthem of Great Britain. That'll be happening in just a few minutes. First, I'd like to introduce
Stand by, guys.
Guest sponsors and hosts who will give away some of the medals tonight and the prizes. First, I'd like to introduce the host of our World Tournament this year, the 74th. Please welcome Mr. Manny Montis. Manny, come on out. I'd also like to introduce one more time the CEO of Dragon Promotions, Ms. Cindy Lee. Come on out, Cindy. Come on out. All right, before I introduce the players out here, real quick, man, you're a man of few words when it comes to speaking in public and other players, so you speak behind the scenes, but how do you think this tournament went, and how are you feeling about all the events you hosted this week?
Very well, I'm very excited for the players. Shane, you played beautifully. Darren is incredible. Thank you everyone for coming out.
Thank you very much, man. And all the staff is working hard out there. Thank you so much again. And also, she hates doing this, but I'll make her do it anyways. So Cindy, a few words for the fans and the players.
Well, I appreciate everyone's patience, and I know it was a very, very long day today. Yesterday was very long. I want to congratulate Darren and Shane for the final game. It was awesome to watch. And also the fans, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate everybody coming out, and I really enjoy seeing everybody every year. I really do. It's a reunion again. Thank you so much. And for all of your support, thank you.
And from Russia, the first time he has played in the World Straight Pool Championships, and he played incredibly. He got to the final rounds and made a 2:24 run. Unofficially, because the runs were 150 race, but still impressive for the fans. Please welcome once again the Russian champion, Evgeny Staliev. Come on out.
There he is, Evgeny Staliev. We call him Eugene, as it translates to Eugene.
Thank you. All right. And to award the bronze will be Cindy Lee.
See the banners, OBQs, Kamui banners in the background, many other sponsors.
Semi-finalists also tied for the bronze. He's pretty well known now. Straight pool is becoming more and more his game now. Formerly from Virginia, now living in Las Vegas, Nevada. He's also a former bronze medalist before in 2006 in the inaugural resurrection of this event. Please welcome back the Miracle, Max Everly. Yeah, Max. Awesome, so close, so close. And we got Manny, where'd Manny go? Is that working? Manny went back to work. Manny went back to work. We'll let Cindy do it then.
Here he comes. Rod, come here for the next one. Rod.
All right, we got Manny back now. That way? Okay. Cindy, what do you want? How do you want?
Against the stairs. Just on the first step. How about on the first step? It'll look better on the photo.
Thank you. Okay. And now our runner-up, getting the silver medal. He has been dominant on U.S. soil for the past 5 or 6 years now. #1 ranked, won consecutive U.S. Open 9-ball titles, had 1 pocket titles, 8-ball titles, won everything you imagine in America. Came close to winning this run, only his second try. Last year finished 9th, this year into the finals. Couldn't do much there, but welcome the #1 player in the United States, Mr. Shane Van Bonen. Happy birthday. Before we get to the champion, Shane, why don't you say a few words? You had a great tournament. I interviewed you earlier for the media. You were practicing 5 or 6 hours a day for straight pool. You were getting tips from Earl Strickland. How strong is that? So, how do you feel about this week? How do you feel about your performance in this tournament?
Well, I played very well. I had a lot of confidence in myself all week. I've been practicing a lot, so not much you can do when Darren got 3 innings to the table. Pretty impressive for the finals. Good show. So I want to thank you, everybody, for showing us we didn't watch, and thank you, Manny, for holding the tournament here, and thank you, Greg, for promotion as well. So thank you.
Shane, good shoot. Yeah, go ahead. And we got Manny back. All right, thank you, Manny. Okay, and now, the winner. 3 consecutive years in a row, he has been to the Final Four, and last year to the finals. Talk about a pattern. 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Ladies and gentlemen, from Great Britain, the first Englishman to win the World Straight Pool in 100-year history, Darren Appleton. We joked about it the first day about we did a player auction. I said, he got 3rd, he got 2nd, you guys see the pattern? We put a Facebook post about that too, but you actually did it. I mean, were you thinking this week that you would actually come here and get to the finals and win?
No, I haven't really played any ball at all for the last 6 months like that. I haven't passed at all. I've bought an house, I've been renovating that, getting married next week, so I've had a lot more play. So I couldn't really lie with the expectation, really. I'm just thinking I wanted to play my way to the top. Well, last year I practiced.
Darren mentioned he's getting married next week to Angie.
This
who's probably watching and jumping up and down on the couch.
Probably played a couple of matches, one in Sean Wilkie and one against Carr and Gillen in the last 16, but besides that I've really struggled. Played a little bit better than something in Stella, so that gave me a lot of confidence then going into the final, and I felt as if I had a lot more energy going into this final than I did last year, where the semi-final last year I got 2 on the ball run, and then I had to go and play the final an hour later, and like, the only way to go was down, and that's what happened really. I just didn't feel ready for the final last year, where this year I had like 5 hour wait actually because of Max and Shane, so I had plenty of time to think about it. You know, bring it for the live stream. Right here? Okay, sorry. Over here. This way. So, Darren, also, we did notice early in the group stages during the first half of the tournament, you weren't playing that great. You still managed to stay undefeated. Actually, you were undefeated for the whole tournament. And but that's one of the reasons why we put you on TV team was some pitch were playing so good. So I said, let's put them over there for right now. But then you start picking up steam. And so I remember a couple of years ago, you told me after you finished third in 2012, you said, you came up to me and you said, I want to win this. I'm going to win this. Right? You didn't go with me this time, though, so that's why I knew that you're busy with the wedding and everything going on. So you really weren't expecting this. But once you got, at what point in this tournament did you feel like, you know what, I might win now?
Turning point for you.
Well, to meet Mike and Shane last night, we were both quite terrible. It was a late match. So after I got through that, I thought maybe it's my time, just because I should never have won last night. But luckily, Mike didn't play well either, and I managed to win like this close match. And then obviously the day I felt a lot better, and just felt better in my stroke. Mentally, I was in a better place, and I think you could see in the final with my rhythm around the table. My focus was really good, and I wasn't thinking that playing Shane on bowling, which is easy to do, like we are Will is doing. But I just like to say wasn't to Shane. I think he's only his second time in a straight ball tournament. He learned the game really quickly, and he's going to win this. There's no danger of that. Max and Stella have had a great event as well. So yeah, it's just been a great week. I like the fact that the staff, as always, they've been great. To you as well. You're doing a decent job when you turn up. Somebody's been doing most of the work, but you'll do a little bit. And just the fans like over there would really come out and got behind the event, and it's been great again. I mean, to me, this is the best room in the world. Any special message for your wife to me? Get the dinner on. Alright, we're going to take your place here at the very top. Alright, go ahead. One more step up.
One more.
Actually, one more step up.
One more.
There's a little tight. Just came one more up. There you go. Alright, there you go. And, Cindy, or anyone here? John, you do it. You've never done this before, John. You put the gold on Darren there. John's done a terrific job. Everything smoothly? Go ahead and put it on Darren. This is like a drill so much. Man's going to give you a trophy. That is the World Cup trophy. The straight there. He will have his name inscribed on there under the 2013 position as the 74th winner of the World Cup Computer Championships. And this also, you keep the picture, then come back to us, but you keep the song. Okay. Oh yeah, the High Run Award. So Lee, why don't you want it out? You get extra money from it, buddy. No Russian mantra. Okay, you got there? Where's Cindy at? Cindy, come on out with the last picture. And Manny, where you go, Manny? Oh, right here. Alright, let's get the sponsor pictures out the way. Come on out, Cindy. And then everyone else can come over and get their picture with the champion.
citybride.com. You guys go ahead and cue it and hit it. We're ready. If everybody give a moment of silence, please. Turn the volume up. Thank you. We'll have the anthem up here in just a second. We're going to start it over again. We're going to get the flag on the screen, and we're going to get the red button anthem up. Give us a second.
The national anthem for Great Britain.
All right. That's number 3. Okay, that's the conclusion. If you want to come out and take some pictures with the champions, feel free to do so. One thing I must see right here. Thank you so much, everybody.
Charlie,
Thank you to all the fans
last call too.
to come out. Thanks for coming out for supporting the straight pool. You've helped us keep us all alive for 9 years. Next year, in 2015, we're doing the 10th anniversary year of Dragon Promotions, continuing the World Straight Pool Tournament, and also the 75th anniversary of the World Tournament. So we're going to try to do some special things next year. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming out. And we're on one more last call for your raffle tickets. If you are OBQs, our official queue of the World Tournament, come on, get your raffle tickets. Go ahead and go to the arena. Megan's right here. We're going to make a finish. We'll hook you up.
Anybody need tickets? Last call. Anybody? Tickets? Last call.
And we're going to go for the community chalk and also the first ticket will go to the queue. It's about $1,000 OBQ. It's very nice.
Well, guys, that concludes the Andy Kloss World Tournament of 14.1 2014. It was fun. It was a great tournament. Champions from around the world. AZB TV, Upstate Al, and the whole gang is thanking everybody out there for viewing. Thanking all the champions for coming out and all the commentators for stepping in and everybody here at the staff at Steinway Billiards that's been helping out, making this tournament a great one. Farewell, good night.